Alright, feel free to be funny now.
Nah.
Not feeling it?
It's something you gotta build up.
I
Okay.
have to build up my funny meter.
Yeah, exactly. You have to, you build it up, and then once you're at the top, you start getting funny crits.
I have to do some combos first.
Yeah, exactly. But we have another 15. I got another 15 seconds of ads.
Yeah, you have pre-rolls. That's why I'm... You should just have... I turned ads back off, though, so you should just have pre-rolls. And it looks like Riata was leveled up to level 3 before...
Yeah, just barely, I think. Yeah. Because we leveled up to 3 right after we fought the hobgoblins with the funny accents, and then immediately after Rieta left.
Which reminds me, I need to add their item to their character sheet so they can reference it there. Did we rework,
Don't believe we did.
I'm not sure very much reworking was done.
No. Lex, me, and a couple of other of my D&D friends
I
reworked
believe
all
he
of...
only reworked the items that were actually in play at the time.
If I remember correctly, we didn't need very much rework on...
See
Nessie's...
that Mason, I think he was the most vocal about it.
Okay. We'll have to address that another session.
So, let's see. We went... Reminder, we've gone 10 miles at a slow pace. Slow pace, so we've been going for 5 hours, so we have 3 more hours of travel left in us for the day. Which, even if we went top speed, that would get us 12 miles. Here.
All right, well, you've looked out for tonight. I've decided it's too much work to actually try and legit learn the ocarina and play at the same time, so I'll be practicing it in my off time. You've been spared. Yes, we'll just...
Okay, this isn't. Okay, this is actually correct. Good.
How do you guys keep getting inside the little box? I don't understand.
What do you mean inside the little box?
This box right here. How do your little guys keep getting in there?
Built diff.
I have collision blocks all around it. I just don't get it.
Look, man, sometimes you just have to no clip out of reality and end up in the backgrounds.
Rules were just kind of meant to be broken. They weren't, but they get broken anyway.
There we go. Maybe that'll stop you.
Nothing will stop me.
It's not that big of a deal. It's just kind of annoying that I've got the whole like little ladder there so you can climb over me, and then sometimes your icons just end up inside the box.
They just want to give you a hug.
They're trying to kill you.
It's an assassination attempt.
Violence, yeah.
Oh no!
Let's see. Where were we last time on Dragon Ball Z? We were
leaving.
recovering from getting fireballed. That's what we were doing.
I don't
And
even
then
know
we
if you were
were
doing
leaving.
that.
I think we'd already done that. I think we were leaving.
Oh
You-
yes, we were we were just leaving.
You were just leaving, yes. You're on the road again.
On the road again.
Alright, so now we can resume our discussion from last time.
Taking the Subarus, the Chevrolets, the Lamborghinis.
How
I had more, but
fast?
I forgot.
How
We
fast
make
do
it to
you
the
wanna go?
Tribord Trail, and there's a Lamborghini waiting for us.
Might be worth it for you guys to invest in a horse.
I think
A
we
what
need
now?
more than one.
Nah, just the one. I can hold all 4 of you.
One horse enlarge.
No, listen. Warwick is the back legs, I'm the front legs, and then Sarek is the rider. We make the horse.
I will say, notably, horses don't actually significantly increase travel pace. Explicitly, you can only they can only go full speed for an hour.
How long until they have to, or how long until they can go full speed again?
8
A
hours.
day.
And what's the
Basically,
difference?
in 1 day's travel, they can gallop at 8 miles an hour.
Okay, so yeah, 8 compared to 3 for 1 hour. That's an additional 5 miles.
Or compared to 4 if you're traveling fast.
Yeah.
And I think
But
it
even
would be considered going fast, so it would have a -5 penalty to your perception.
yeah.
Because, you're fucking galloping.
Yeah. Yeah, I see what you're saying. Probably not that much of an advantage in travel speed.
It's a little bit of an advantage, but not a significant one.
How much does a horse cost?
Depends on the horse.
Can you do mounted combat in D&D?
Yes.
Yes.
Not only can you, it is superior depending on the build.
There are
Mm.
rules for it,
Yeah.
and
There's a whole feat.
it can be quite potent.
Yeah, there's a feat called Mountain Combatant, where if you mount a creature, while you're mounted on them, you have advantage on attack rolls against creatures that are smaller than your mount. You can force attacks to target
But
you.
notably, melee attack rolls against unmounted creatures smaller than your mount. A couple qualifiers there. And yeah, you can force an attack that targets your mount to target you instead, and you give your mount evasion. So they take half damage if they fail a dex save, or no damage if they succeed, instead of full damage on a fail, half damage on a success.
Yeah.
Good feat.
So if you don't have a feat, is there any advantage?
I mean, you get the advantage of
Increased
the
movement
mount
in
also
combat.
being to do things.
You get to look cooler.
Yeah, that's it too.
Notably, so the mount can take its own actions, though only 3 of them. And these are separate from your own actions. The mount can dash, disengage, or dodge.
So does the mount move on your turn? Does it do its actions on your turn?
You
If it's sentient, no. If it is,
this is all for a controlled mount. Yeah, the independent mounts are basically just are their own creature that acts individually and separately. But a controlled mount like a horse, for instance, yes, you share a turn effectively.
Gotcha. So basically, it just adds an extra movement
100,
for your
100 feet to your movement, yeah.
something like that. Oh, so it's your movement is not combined with your mount's movement,
No,
or
No, it's separate.
I mean you could, but you'd have to get off the mount.
Yeah. Yeah, so
Oh.
here's the way that would work. The horse's movement they get 50 feet per turn, I think.
Depends on the horse.
And they can then choose to dash on their turn. You can spend half of your movement, unless you have the mounted combatant feat, in which you can spend 10 feet.
Something like that.
Uh,
No, that's not a mount combatant. There's like subclass features and shit that does things like that. I think Chevalier Fighter or Cavalier Fighter. Yeah,
I want to say mounted
Yes.
combatant also reduces the amount
It
of.
doesn't. I was just looking at it. Yeah, Cavalier Fighter can mount or dismount a creature using only 5 feet of movement rather than half speed.
This is not a tangent alert. You
it is a
brought this up.
tangent. I know. I brought up the tangent. It's my fault. I'm trying to get us back on track.
Anyway, the real benefit, the real things that benefit from mounted combat are actually not melee characters. To be honest, it's ranged characters and spellcasters because mounts make it way easier to fucking kite opponents because you can go fucking fast as shit.
Turns out moving 100 feet in 6 seconds is actually a
As
quite.
it turns out, the Mongols were right. Horse archery does in fact work well.
But yeah, what y'all doing?
Walking.
How far have you gone today?
I just covered this. We have gone 10 miles over 5 hours as we were moving at a slow pace. So we have 3 more hours of travel left in us for the day.
Mm-hmm.
And that's why I was asking, how fast do we want to go? Do we want to continue traveling at a slow pace to avoid detection? Do we want
Given
to
our health,
go normal?
probably.
I will say, no matter what, I'm pretty sure that it will take us 2 and a bit days to reach Phandelver, no
Yeah.
matter what our speed.
Yeah. So let's go ahead and do a slow pace and be safe for today.
Because if we go fast, because it's like 65 miles, so go 6 miles. Yeah, that'll be 2 days and a bit. I think if we go fast the whole time, that's gonna be 12, 30. No, I think if we go slow, it'll take more time, actually. If we go slow, I think if we go slow right now and then fast, we would be able to get back to Phandelver in 2.5 days.
Let's do it.
So, I
So
guess we go 6 miles.
cool. Roll me a d20, please.
We end up there. I got you, Chief. Kerchow. 20.
Roll me a d12.
Kerchow. 8.
Roll me a d20 again.
Kerchow. 5.
Not a d20, sorry, a d12.
Okay. 3.
Roll me that again.
Jesus.
10. And here's another one. It's a 5.
No, I don't want the 5. I don't want to repeat anything that we've already had, and I don't know how to. I don't know how to change the table up to where to remove things that are already on it.
I mean,
So you could make it be like a deck of cards, effectively.
yeah, but the issue, the answer is remove that option, shift everything above it down by one, and make it a D11.
This is true.
We are playing in Roll20. We can do funky dice sizes like that.
Okay,
Or you
so
could just turn it into a deck of cards and roll 20 and then
That's true.
draw
Also,
down.
I don't know how to do that.
Okay.
that would take some time though.
Yeah.
It would. It would take setup.
So here's the thing. I'm just gonna remove the things you guys have already encountered in my head. I did it. Where the frick is it? I've got paper in here somewhere. What the fuck? Eh.
Also, since we are traveling at a slow pace, I assume that we are trying to stealth. Otherwise, there was literally no reason to do that.
Yes.
Yeah, it increases your passive perception, doesn't it?
No, it gives you the ability to sneak. That's it. It does not increase your passive perception. It's just that going fast decreases your passive perception.
So I have a question here. Some of the things on this list are weighted to where you can get them on 2 different dice rolls. If both of the options that were weighted that way are removed, do I increase the odds of the other encounters?
Technically, yes. In terms of probability.
What do you mean? Are you trying to like fill out the dice rolls with? You should just roll a smaller sized dice and imagine that the list is smaller than it was before.
Yeah, like if you have a list of 12 things and 4 of them are gone, and say it's like the first 4, right? Then he rolls a 6. Then you go to the first thing that hasn't been hit, and you count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 down the list, and then you pick the 6th thing down the list. Like you literally just count it yourself. That would be the quickest way without having to program anything. Does that make sense?
Mm-hmm.
That would be the quickest way to get by this.
Okay, roll a d8.
All right, 8.
8.
I hope that's not the number of enemies. That would be unfortunate.
Nope, it is not.
It's
Is it
the number of
kind
XP.
drag-
It's the number of XP.
No, it
number
is.
of XP we get.
I reduced the list down, the dice size, down to an 8 because the 2 that I removed were weighted with 2 separate dice rolls.
I see.
So you
So
rolled
you're-
the maximum option on this table.
That's either good or bad.
Go ahead
So
and roll stealth.
So next time we'll roll a D20. I'm sorry, not
Yippee.
D20. Next time we'll roll a D7.
Okay, now we're rolling a d20. That's not necessarily true. We could be a d7. We don't know whether or not this is 2 entries or one.
A D7 for the next encounter.
Yippee.
Oh wait, no, I have
Okay,
disadvantage.
we're going moderate. We're going moderate.
Why is my character icon?
Not bad. Could be worse.
We're not doing bad, and of course
You are. What the fuck do you mean? That's bad.
Could be worse.
It's slightly below average. Okay, we all have very middling.
Slightly below average is better than significantly below average.
We all rolled very middling results. So we'll see how that does.
Our stealth is mid.
We're mid, officially. Hopefully, whatever we're sneaking past is not particularly observant.
What is the effect of advantage on perception checks?
That'd be a plus. I mean, for like passive, so it'd be a +5.
Okay. Half of you have to succeed?
Yes.
Okay. You are approaching this overlook, and you're kind of trying to creep along the edge of these hills, and you hear a clattering of rocks. And the clattering kind of seems to shudder for a moment and stop. And then you hear the clattering starting to come towards you.
That seems a little suspicious.
Oh, that's bad.
You see the wind. By the way, you are downwind of this.
Oh,
Or
cool.
upwind of this. Apologies.
Not cool.
The wind is to your back, and this thing is in front of you.
That's a big difference.
This is bad.
No.
That's bad. That's bad. That's bad.
What do you do?
Bad. I'm really, really bad.
Oh wait, did I not use Arcane Recovery? I should have done that.
Probably.
I would have done that. I just
Did we
forgot.
get what kind of rest did we get in?
None?
We take a short rest.
Yeah, you took a short rest. That's good.
Okay, I don't get to regenerate.
You have
He
wild
is
shape comes back
not.
on your short rest.
I do.
He is not a land druid.
What y'all doing?
It's funny that land druid literally just gets Arcane Recovery, like the exact same feature. And yet nobody takes the subclass. Well, it's coming, ain't it?
Yeah.
It do be
You guys
coming.
have a couple of seconds before something might happen.
So you said it's like a hillside. Is there much room for maneuver here?
You have to get her a spot.
Yeah, what kind of
What do you mean by that?
terrain are we looking at?
Rocky.
Is there like a thing that we can get behind?
Like, do you mean is there cover?
Yeah.
Yes.
No.
Damn.
Wow. Okay. This kind of sucks. Do we think we can hold our ground, or do we just need to get the hell out of here?
The
Uh,
steps are looming ever closer. This does sound like a fairly large thing. You hear this sort of mixture of like a huffing and like the sound of fabric brushing.
Fabric. Could I try to identify what's coming by the sound?
Yeah, go ahead and make a perception check for me.
Can I do the same?
Yippee! 14?
19.
Eris, you recognize this sound as the fluttering of feathers. Mixed with this stomping, that doesn't really make sense.
Oh my God.
Why would there be feathers?
Oh my God, we're staying. Sheathe your weapons.
What?
Sheathe your weapons.
I've got a bad feeling about this.
Trust me, sheathe your weapons.
As you see the very top of a head come over the crest, you see it as soon as it sees you, all standing in the road, it stops. And you see its head lift, and you see a beak attached to a feathered face of an owlbear. An owlbear you recognize. An owlbear you
Sheathe your weapons.
released.
Sheathe your weapons. It's okay.
Holy shit, it's the guy!
It's the
It's
guy!
him!
It's him!
The
John
owlbear
Owlbear!
the owlbear cocks its head at you and makes this sort of inquisitive sound almost. Like it doesn't appear very hostile, but it doesn't also appear to trust you. Like it's not attacking you on sight, but that could change.
Yeah, we're just gonna give it a wide berth. We're just not gonna make any sudden moves. We're just gonna give it a wide berth and just treat it like any other wildlife.
Cool. Roll me a animal handling check.
It should have been me.
Is that all of us?
No, that is specifically Eris, the one who's interacted with it before.
17.
Was it him that interacted with before?
He
Yeah, I
opened the door and let it out.
This is a 17 for animal handling.
You see a look of recognition. and like a little bit of a bow, and you see the owlbear like walk past you and then kind of pause for a second and just kind of watch as you guys walk away.
All right.
We win these.
Winning.
That is a W interaction right there.
Just
We're
you
not
just give them a nod and
dead.
get a nod in response.
Can I give it a bow in response? Just a little gentle.
Oh, ignore that. Sorry, that was supposed to be whispered. Why did it roll for Dina? Oh, that's why it didn't. That's why that happened. I was clicking on Dina's token. Okay.
So that just happened.
Okay, so we got away safely, TM.
Good thing there's not any wyverns here at Wyvern Tour. That would have been unfortunate.
And I would not have seen that one coming.
I don't like our chances against one of us.
Okay.
So
You guys are nearing. I believe this would have happened middle of the day.
Towards the end of the day, I believe.
Okay.
yeah.
So just go ahead and set up your camp.
All right, how are we doing watches?
Alarm.
Same as always, except now the same as before, except now without Bo here to be
Nick.
constant.
Now there are 3. But Bo in our hearts and minds
Thankfully,
Bo in our
thankfully,
hearts and
as-
minds is still leading Gog away.
Thankfully, as an elf, I can still take 2 watches, so we have full coverage, even with the 3 of us.
That works.
Good.
So we're still fine. So yeah. I guess same as before. Who wants first?
I'll take first
watch. Oh,
Okay.
I'll take first.
I'll take last. Who?
I
You
suppose I'll
second.
take middle.
Cool. And obviously, alarm around camp. Same rules as always.
Just remind me what the rules are.
Ignore any of us, and also any small wildlife.
Okay.
Beyond that, if anything comes, I want a mental ping.
Okay. Does that awake you from
And-
slumbers?
It awakes me.
Okay.
Who can then awake the rest of us?
I could choose it to awake everyone, but I would prefer to have it not, in case it is a false alarm.
Watches are in 2-hour segments.
Yes.
Okay. During the first hour of your watch, actually, sorry, apologies. Roll a d20 first.
Okay, I will.
Yeah.
14.
During the first hour of your watch, Sarek, after Eris has already gone to
in
bed.
my watch?
Yeah. You're taking the middle 2 watches, aren't you?
I was taking the last.
No?
I was second watch.
So this would be...
It goes
yes.
Warwick, Eris, Sarek.
Okay, so then, Eris, during your watch, you begin to hear a muffled rustling that gets kind of closer, and I'm guessing you're near a fire?
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, if we made a fire, we would be, I suppose, circled around it.
Okay, do you guys have
Yeah,
tents
the
or just
alarm-
bedrolls? Or...
Bedrolls.
I don't
Did I have a tent?
I don't think any of us have a tent.
I have a tent.
It was something I could have bought.
Of course,
but I didn't.
of course, Sarek has a tent.
I'm well prepared.
Actually,
Next time we're
let
in
me
Spoon
rephrase
Shop, we'll
that.
get
Let
in.
me rephrase that. I should say, of course, Lex has a tent.
I always buy a tent. The fact that we don't start with tents is so weird.
Every time I keep forgetting about it. It's a problem.
You sleep under the stars.
That's for you fucks.
Oh, It's
And every night we look over at Sarek's tent and we just see the silhouette of him writing in his book. And he's like laying on his stomach with his feet
he's
kicking in
kicking
the
his
air.
legs up in the air.
Eris, you see, you hear, I should say, a rustling.
And yeah, the Pure Mind alarm is a 20-foot cube,
Okay.
which would presumably be centered on the campfire.
Is it like a big animal rustling or a small animal rustling?
You want to make me a perception check?
I think I do. That is an 18.
It's the same sound you heard before.
I will not. I'm just gonna keep my sword sheathed.
You hear it get closer.
I'm just gonna gently, quietly wake up, Warwick, and yeah, just Warwick, wake up. There's something coming. I believe it's a familiar animal, but I can't be too sure.
Is it? Quick question. Is it only like? Is it any armor that you're wearing that imposes like problems when you try to sleep in it, or is
You
it
cannot
like
sleep in armor.
it's
I
not
do
not
think
sleep in armor at
actually,
all?
It's heavy
No,
armor, I believe.
I think it's heavy and medium. I'd have
Yeah, because I
to-
don't.
Let me check again. Quick reference: sleep. Sleeping in medium or heavy armor makes it difficult to fully recover.
Is hide armor medium?
No, it's
Yes,
light.
Okay, then
hide is medium.
Okay. So if I'm on watch, would I be wearing armor then, or does that interfere with my rest?
So your armor is what, splint?
Yes, it's heavy armor.
Right, but each armor take a specific amount of time to equip?
Yeah, it takes several minutes, I believe, for heavy armor.
Donning armor. It takes 10 minutes to don and 5 minutes to doff.
okay. So I'm
Yeah.
not wearing my armor.
So
The medium armor takes 5 minutes to don and 1 minute to doff, and heavy armor takes 10 minutes and 5 minutes.
yeah, so if it's my watch, can I reasonably wear the heavy armor? This hasn't come up before, but can I reasonably wear the heavy armor while I'm on
So
my
the way that resting works is the 2 hours that you're doing watch, you are typically doing a non-strenuous activity. I don't know if I would consider equipping your armor and wearing your armor to be non-strenuous.
I don't think it'd be that strenuous. It's just
I mean,
Yeah.
if you're just sitting there,
Okay,
it's
yeah,
fast
yeah.
knuckles and shit.
Yeah.
It's,
No, I'll say that. That's fine. Yeah, you can be wearing your armor while you're taking watch.
okay. So
so this, I don't know if it's actually written anywhere, but I've always feel like it's like been accepted that this might have been a thing in like older editions, where like plate armor and stuff like heavy armors and stuff like that have padded armor inside of them that you can wear while resting.
well, that's
Yeah,
more of a medieval kind of thing. That's the gambeson
I
that
mean,
you wear
yeah,
underneath your armor.
it's true.
no, it's just
And I'm pretty sure-
it's in the description too. It says that there's a layer of padded armor underneath it. Yeah, it's worn over cloth padding. I would consider that padded armor. Padded armor consists of quilted layers of cloth and battling. Yeah. It's the same thing as leather armor, though. It's just 11 plus dex. It increases your
Well,
AC by 1.
it is not the same thing as laser armor because it somehow gives you disadvantage on stealth checks.
The same AC as leather armor.
Yeah, but a padded cloth shouldn't make you disadvantaged on stealth. I think
I
is
guess
what
it's
he's getting.
because of how many layers it is. But anyway, yes, the sound is steadily approaching. You have what's the range of your dark
I
vision?
will. Oh yeah, I should also state.
It should be 90 feet.
What are you saying, Lex?
So apparently you can actually you can rest in medium or heavy armor. It's just that it's less effective. You don't recover any levels of exhaustion, and you only regain a quarter of your hit dice rather than half.
So what about if 3/4 of your rest is without armor and then a quarter is with?
It's only for sleeping in the armor.
Yeah,
Okay.
you can wear it during your watch, and that's fine.
Okay. Yeah, then during my watch I would have armor on. There's no reason not to.
Yeah.
If it doesn't make a difference.
The question so at the edges of your vision, you do see a low hanging head that you saw earlier today. You see the owl bear approaching your campfire.
Okay. I'm just gonna gently wake up Warwick and Sarek and just say, stay calm, the owl bear is back. And Dina as well, I
Okay.
suppose. Dina, you should hide.
He is in the tent.
What?
Dean is just chilling in the tent.
What have you done with I'm guessing none of you have rations because
I have 10 rations on me, I believe.
Yeah, same here.
Yeah, we've all got
them.
rations in case we go somewhere inhospitable.
but you've
But
just been
I've
eating off of the you've
Off
just
the
been
land.
foraging.
Living off the land.
I will
baby.
say
Yeah,
this:
so-
the valley that you're in right now doesn't really have areas you can forage. There is some wildlife, so we'll just say that you guys are expending your because you haven't rested overnight in this area yet, have you?
Yeah,
Before this.
we
we did.
rested one night right before Wyvern Tour.
Okay, well in that case, then just expend 2 of those rations.
Okay, so now we're all down to 8.
Are you guys keeping them within your packs?
Yeah, that would make the most sense.
I'm just because it just appears that they're like the owlberry is sniffing for around in this area.
Okay, well, so it's just coming up to camp and sniffing around.
Yep. You see it
Hey.
kind of staying at the edges of the campfire of the light.
Hey guys, I think it's hungry. Do we want to just give it some food and let it be on its way? If we each cough up a ration.
What is my knowledge of owl bears? Are they like regular bears where feeding them is a very bad idea and they will come back for more?
Why don't you roll nature?
You know what? Maybe I
Come
will.
on, Mr. Druid.
Mr. I was gonna say.
How? Okay. I invested into animal handling instead of nature. I feel stupid.
Come on, Druid boy.
13 total.
Feeding wildlife of any kind is generally a bad idea. But owlbears are a little bit more intelligent, and this one seems to like you.
All right,
From what you've observed from its behavior.
Let's make this thing not dislike us by withholding rations. I don't want to go that route. So I'd like to take 1 ration from each of us, carry it a little bit away from our camp, and set it down for the owlbear to have, but like away from our camp so that it knows that our camp is not a place for food.
I don't feel like that's a good idea.
Well,
As
do you want to let it?
step
you wanna
away
let it-
from the camp and isolate yourself, you see a couple of quick steps from the owlbear, and then it kind of pauses again, and then a couple of quick steps, and it's moving ever closer to you as you're stepping away from the campfire.
All right, then I'm going to stop. I'm going to set down the food, and I'm going to return to the campfire.
Go ahead and roll me a a nature check, please.
That is an 8.
You know, this owlbear looks like maybe it wants cuddles. You think if you're looking at it right now, it kind of looks like a dog. You want to pet that dog.
Amazing.
It does look petable, but it also looks kind of sharp.
Nah, you want to pet that dog.
So what is he doing at this moment?
He's considered me or the owlbear.
I'm talking about you.
Apparently,
He's walked away from the campfire.
I've walked away
And
from the camp.
has set
set down
rations on the
3
ground,
set
and
3 rations on the ground.
the owl bear is rapidly approaching. I say rapidly, but somewhat cautiously, but not like
I mean,
he's not moving his full speed. He's not moving 30 feet, but
I would presumably want to let the dog eat before I pet the dog, right? That's at least logical.
what do your rations contain? Like what do you think each of you would eat?
Each one would have probably unless anybody's a vegetarian, they would have some sort of protein, so like some animal product.
Cured meat of some kind, hardtack, something
Yeah.
like that.
Yeah, some kind of bread, and then maybe some sort of vegetable or fruit matter.
Does
Part of a balanced
eat
breakfast.
meat?
I mean,
Goats will eat anything, dude.
this is true. Like herbivores. It's a suggestion. Have you seen horses?
Dude, there is a recorded instance in France when a horse, or I don't know if it was France, but horses have been known to kill people. And I think it was some horse during some war killed and ate an enemy officer.
That's
Horses
so
will-
terrifying.
And they will eat eggs. Horses will fuck up protein.
There's a few animals that are actually obligate herbivores where they cannot eat meat, but
This is true.
there's not a lot of them. Most herbivores are not obligate herbivores.
I will
They
note
just
to you that
prefer-
bears are omnivores. Owls, I believe, are pretty much strictly carnivores. I don't know if they can eat any sort of vegetable matter. But I know for a fact that bears are omnivores. They can survive off of both.
Let's see, owl diet.
I can feel Mr. Gaming debating how much owl and how much bear is in the owl bear.
I mean, do note that especially a lot of these monster menu monsters do have pretty long and pretty detailed sections of information about them, which might be a good place to reference.
You guys know that the original video for the "Can I pet that dog?" that video was literally for a bear. There's this little girl looking at a bear, and she's like, "Can I pet that dog?"
We've seen it.
All right, just making sure.
Yes, owls are obligate carnivores. They do not eat any plant matter.
Okay, so is the bear in the owl bear enough to make it an omnivore? %, presumably. It would be at least 25% omnivore. How much of a regular bear's diet is meat versus... Depends on the bear. Like a polar bear, probably mostly meat. Grizzly bear, probably a good amount of meat. Black bear, probably mostly vegetables.
I mean,
Aren't there like recorded?
I'm pretty sure that they can eat non-meat food, but yeah, they're a hyper carnivore, which means that more than 70% of their diet is meat.
Okay, so a black bear's diet consists of more than 85% of plant matter,
So
and then 15% is substitutes.
this is
And
what was said about owl bears in the info page.
Oh, grizzlies eat a lot of plants too. So it's at least 25% if you're just going by stats.
What I'll say is it does not appear hostile.
All right.
It
I'm gonna.
begins picking through and eating the dried meat, and you see it's hungry enough that it does somewhat eat some of the bits of dried tack and whatnot. Although
Okay.
I will say, 3 rations is not going to be enough for this owlbear.
Do we want to cough up 3 more rations to maintain peace with this animal? Because we're about to get back to the Tribord Trail, and then we can start foraging again. So the ration thing won't be much of an issue for very long. I'm willing to give it more rations if you guys are.
I just don't feel like that's a good idea.
Yeah, I think I think we should probably just leave it at this.
Just let him hunt. If anything, he should probably not be here. This is a very odd place for him to go. It'd probably be best if he learns the lesson that there is not food here and goes back into the woods.
Yeah, or perhaps. Well, the problem is we are away from any other food source. There's more food here than there is anywhere else. So if we were in the forest, then he would know that there's more food other places in the forest. But since we're out in the rocky areas, he knows there's food here. He can smell it.
Yeah, you guys.
Potentially. He knows there's food here.
Oh, there's a big ogre
there's
somewhere. You could
there's
use that.
there is a big ogre somewhere. Does anybody speak the language of this owl bear? Tell him
I
there's a
don't think
big ogre around.
owlbears speak.
I wonder
Does anyone? Perhaps
anyone
this
can talk
druid
to
has.
animals.
Sadly,
If anybody can talk to animals,
technically, it's not an animal.
We've gone over this.
Yeah, it's a monstrosity. So
We've
it's a
gone over this. It
monster.
doesn't matter.
Did we?
Yeah, I said that there are certain monstrosities that would still count as beasts.
yeah, because they're literally a combination of animals. Talk to the animal,
It's like a combination Pizza Hut and Taco Bell.
something like that. It's still a restaurant.
Listen, you can still get Pepsi. That's all that matters.
Are you a Pepsi man?
I think Pepsi is ideally served with a pizza.
Anyways, talk to the animal.
How do you want me to do that?
Use talk to animals and say,
Rar.
Wouldn't you know it? I don't have that spell.
XD.
you don't have talk to animals.
No.
It's called Speak with Animals, actually.
You speak with animals.
What do you think he is? A druid?
Shut up, man. It was difficult choosing those spell slots, okay? I can speak Druidic, but I mean, I don't think this band knows Druidic.
I don't think this bear knows Druidic.
I don't think he knows. I don't. I doubt it.
He speaks Dash, so he can speak half of. He can speak.
He speaks the C++ programming language.
He speaks he speaks half of Morse code.
Which half?
That's really good.
Dash.
I go dash dot 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 dot
Oh,
dot dash dash, and he just goes dot 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 dot. Oh god.
The only thing he knows how to say is T.
He.
T.
T, F, and 0. And O. We can say Tom.
If we say 0, do you think he'll interpret it as 0 food for him here? It's kind of a long shot.
That was a joke, guys. It was a
And
joke.
then he just says
On his stat block
MMM.
is on his stat block. There's a dash. So I was saying he speaks half of Morse code as a joke, my guys.
He says dash dash. Dash dash. Dash
If
dash.
here's a long rest, you prepare the shit, she's in the lesson, you just.
The question is, are you guys gonna go back to sleep with this owlbear?
I mean, I don't sleep.
I literally have not had a long rest to be able to change my spell slots. Sadness.
You have. You sleep
No,
yet.
no, it didn't happen. Didn't happen. Um,
You should.
I'm gonna give it 3 more of my rations.
Are you like, how are you doing that?
Just walking slowly, not really turning my back on it. Just getting them out and setting them kind of, away from the rest of us, and then backing away from it.
So are you setting it near where you set the first set, or are you going out for another set of rations? Like another secondary location. Hi, Flower. I see you.
Where I set the first set.
Okay, so where the bear is right now.
Oh, it's still at the first set. Then
It's
I'm
eating them,
gonna
yeah.
set it. I'm gonna set it. Still a little distance away, but at a separate location.
Approximately how far away from this owlbear are you?
20 feet. Because our camp's probably not that big, so
Go
so
ahead
just like
and give me an animal handling roll. As you get within 20 feet of this bear, it sees the rations in your hand, and it sees you, and you see the look of sort of recognition that you saw before is overtaken with this look of hunger, um as it begins to come towards you.
I'm gonna set the rations on the ground and just back away.
It walks over the rations and continues coming towards you.
cool.
You ever see that video with the alligator and the fish?
No.
No.
where the alligator starts coming out to the water and the guy tosses the fish on the ground and the alligator walks towards it and then keeps walking past the fish and the guy immediately
What do you do?
I don't.
Let's see. Let me think. I don't want to make it upset, but also it's kind of making me upset. I'm gonna talk to it in Draconic. Do you think it's scared of dragons?
Make yourself big. Intimidate him.
He's bigger than I am. by
Make
a
yourself
considerable-
big.
They might recognize tone. I'm just gonna firmly fuck it. I'm gonna firmly say stop.
Roll intimidation.
Intimidation.
The owlbear's steps begin to quicken. You see it sort of bounding towards you at this point. Roll initiative.
Oh man, hold on. I can figure this out.
Roll initiative.
Ugh. Well, I don't have a token, but cool.
Man, here I
The
was
gang gets
trying to be
mauled by an owl
nice.
bear.
Here I was trying to be nice to this thing.
It was always going to come out to a roll.
I suppose so.
Listen, man, you're the one that tried to feed a bear.
An owl bear.
Yeah, he.
To be fair, if we didn't feed it, what would have happened?
It would have stayed away from you.
I don't
It
think
would have
so.
it would have stalked the camp.
It would have
waited
gone through our
for-
rations.
I would have tried to go through your rations if they were away from the fire and the people. Sarek, you're gonna roll for yourself and Dina.
Oh, are we involved in this?
He woke you up.
Yeah, didn't he?
I'm guessing you were watching, unless you just went back to sleep.
Man, I was
I
trying to
mean,
make friends with the owl bear.
I feel like my just leave it alone opinion was
Oh, okay.
well established, and that he probably would have, just gone back to sleep.
I mean, yeah. For a bear, a regular bear, you keep the food away from it. But this is an owl bear. It has more intelligence, clearly, than an average bear because it can recognize you. So I was hoping it would be smart enough to recognize, oh, we're giving it food. We must be friends and not food. But clearly, I overestimated that comparison to its instincts.
Okay.
I will
Warwick,
say that
you see
it's maybe smarter, but they also have significantly more violent instincts than a regular bear.
Yeah, that's true. All right, well, lesson learned is a lesson earned.
this. Oh shoot! Deleting the token gets rid of it. Okay.
Something, other things in the description.
What? Oh, the 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 savage companions and deadly ferocity.
Yeah, I don't remember exactly, but there's stuff like they will fight even if they with absolutely no regard for the strength of the opponent. They just love killing things.
I'm dragging your tokens out just so they show up in the initiative tracker, but they're not actually placed where they are. Warwick, you had a 7. Eris, you had a 6.
Yep.
Cool. Warwick, it is your turn first.
What? Really? Holy smokes!
Well, Eris rolled a 6 and the owlbear rolled a 2, so
What about Sarek's mental ping?
it's not within the camp yet.
Yeah, because you let it away
You let it away
into
from the
the
camp.
woods.
Sarek's about to be a little surprised.
What you doing, Warwick?
I was thinking maybe if I could use wild shape to transform into something that was of a large size, maybe I could use that to intimidate it and get it to like run away.
Wait, I woke up Sarek. That was one of the first things I did when I
Yeah,
heard
he's-
the rustling.
Right.
I woke up Warwick and Sarek.
You're right. You woke up Sarek. He told you to leave it alone, and then he went back to bed. He just
Oh,
said that.
He fell asleep that fast?
I mean, he's not asleep.
He's
That's the thing.
trancing.
Okay.
So the problem is that there really aren't that many great options at this level for intimidate. I don't have access to any like other bears or anything like that. I can't. Everything else is basically just a prey. It's just, oh, that's an ox. That's my best option right now.
That looks like
Um,
food. I wouldn't
Yeah, I would not do that. Yeah.
do
So,
sorry for him. Confuse the fuck out of it.
Holy shit, a porterhouse.
I really want to
It's
have to
CR
fight this
one
guy.
half, right?
No, I get access to what's
Holy
1/4 right
shit.
now because I'm at 3rd level.
Holy shit, it's Nessie.
Hi,
It is,
Nessie.
it is.
So it's
So-
is it really only 1/4 right now?
It's 1/4 right now, so I have access to zebras, yaks, ox. I could be a giant lizard.
Giant lizard.
Okay,
You
so
could be a
Nessie, to get you up,
walrus. You could be a
to get you up-
walrus.
Nessie, to get you up to speed, have you been
Walrus.
tracking? Have you been tracking the sessions at all, Nessie?
Not really. I've been kind of crazy busy.
Okay, that's fine. So we got to Cragmaw Castle. We killed all the people there. We killed Glassstaff. We set an owlbear free instead of fighting it. The owlbear came back. We gave it a little bit of a berth. It passed us by. Then it came up to us in our camp. And now, well, I thought it would be intelligent enough to recognize us as friends. That was my mistake, and now it's trying to fight us and eat us. So that was a little bit of an oopsie on my part, and now we're gonna fight it.
Yeah, my main
So there-
concern is that I have 16 hit points right now, so I need. I don't want to deal with this.
You could turn into a draft horse.
Well, I'm
Also food.
also food. I'm looking at
Just big
potentially
food.
giant lizard because very large. It's a large thing. Big HP pool, and I think that's reasonable.
Can you make attacks without spells? How many spells do you have?
I mean, I do have spell slots. I'm
can't use-
saving them in case of healing, but I can't use spells while I'm shapeshift. All I can do is like I can retain concentration on them. If there are spells that require me to like take an action on my turn to do something like call lightning, I could do that. While
You know, that spell that you
my-
have called lightning.
That
that spell that I have,
that,
call lightning.
3rd level spell or third
Yeah,
level?
yeah.
It's
So
their level.
there's not really any other like repeat action use spells that I could use. That'd be good for that. The main thing I'm looking at is expanded HP pool, and right now my armor class is not high because I'm not wearing my hide armor.
Did you have your shield?
I mean, how long is that to dawn? Is
An
that one
action.
action? One action. So no bonus action things I can do yet. The bonus I could bonus action sorry form luminous arrow, grab shield as an action. I think I'm going to do that because I just regained a use of my wild shape, or I haven't yet, but I will after this long rest. No, we had a short rest, so I did regain it. So yeah, bonus action, grab shield, action, story form, and how is everyone's HP looking right now?
I'm at 18 out of 28.
Okay, I don't. I'm debating if I should use Chalice for extra healing on healing spells. The damage is good on Archer, but
I mean, how much?
it's
You-
1d8 plus my Wisdom mod, so
How
1d8
many
plus
spell
3.
slots do you have left?
I have 3 total.
You can do some
That's 2 second level, 1 first level.
You can do a little healing.
I could do a little healing, and that's the important thing is that I'd be able to boost it so people wouldn't like die outright. I think that's what I'm going to do. So I don't do anything outright, but I set up Chalice story form.
Hi, Jilts. Don't you shed light in that form as well?
Yes, this form sheds bright light for 10 feet radius and dim light for an additional 10 feet.
Are you gonna use the astrolabe?
Let me look at that again. Sorry, I should have pulled up the doc earlier.
I can't believe this. Not being prepared. We're doing our
Yeah,
results.
I'll gleaming weapon.
They're currently facing down a
An
owl
owl bear.
bear.
We are currently
Yes.
facing down the consequences of our actions.
Listen,
Yeah,
I'll say
I
this.
tried to tame it and I made a mistake.
You rolled poorly and then you yelled at it.
Well, I yelled at it when it started coming to eat me. So I mean that's
it's just
kind of
approaching you.
I it's coming towards me and not the food. If it's coming towards me instead of food when it's hungry, that means it sees me as more food. That's a pretty obvious conclusion there.
Yeah.
All right, buddy, you have gleaming weapon. I have chalice active. If you need healing, then that's a decent amount of it with my bonus action, whatever it's called,
All right.
healing word.
That makes it our man Eris's turn.
All right. I am going to do. All right. I'm going to ready an attack, and if it comes within my range, then I'm going to attack.
Okay. I will say, you only get extra attack when you make the attack action on your turn.
He doesn't have extra attack. We are level 3.
Oh. Okay.
We are level 3. That's why I'm doing.
All right. Then that's the owl bear's turn.
We need 150 more X. Oh, also,
We need a lot more XP for level 5.
I'm also going to say, Sarek, wake up! I made a mistake. It cannot be tamed.
How loud is that?
Loud enough for Sarek to hear.
Can I hear it?
Yeah. You're not sleeping.
Yeah.
I'll say
Wake
he
up.
can enter initiative in the next round. Go ahead and roll that for me though, if you would.
For sure.
Roll one for Dina too, just so I can keep track of her.
The highest initiative yet.
Here, I'll actually select Dina since she is here. And bada bing.
Okay. So on the owlbear's turn, you see as your weapon begins to glow, and and you kind of settle in and draw your weapon and ready an attack against it. It begins to charge towards you, and it does enter your reach. So go ahead and make your attack roll.
That is a 16.
That will hit.
That is 10 slashing damage. Oh wait, I didn't put fucking gleaming weapon. Sorry. Let me roll that separate.
Mm-hmm.
That is 12 damage total.
Okay. What, if any, deities does your character worship?
My character does not worship any deities. I'd say he's agnostic. You know,
Okay.
kind of like open to religion, but not worshiping any religion.
Well,
So
in that case,
I mean, he's probably like most people, just sort of like a utilitarian prayer.
in that case, ponder your own existence. It comes in with an attack with its beak. That is going to miss you. And it is going to try and rake its claws against your chest. And that is going to miss you. And that is
My
it.
existence. Consider my existence pondered.
Yeah. Are you familiar with how religion sort of works in this setting?
Not Really?
So the gods unquestionably, like, 100% exist. Absolutely, you'd have to literally be insane to say that they don't.
The only way that the only existence um of like atheists is less that people believe that the gods don't exist and more that they believe that they are not worthy of worship.
Gotcha. Yeah, that's kind of why I say agnostic, because I know that the gods have like a significant impact. So
Notably,
it's
also,
more
if
it's more of like a I'm
notably,
in the
also,
market, as it were.
that's fair. That's fair. I do recommend worshiping a god because if you don't, then your soul exists in total oblivion in a wall in the fugue plane that surrounds the place where souls are judged. It's really not a good thing to
I
not
I
worship
haven't
anyone.
I haven't made plans that far yet. Right now, I'm just planning on the owl bear. That's
So
as far as I've planned.
the funny thing is this exact no, this exact kind of person is the exact kind of person that Asmodeus is all over. He loves these people.
Modius.
Is Asmodeus the
A prince of
the
hell.
big man,
Ah,
the
fun.
king of hell, because his whole thing is like, hey, you worship me, I'll get you out of there. No
That
questions
sounds.
asked. No, you don't have to do shit. You don't have to worship me at all. Just
But then
I'll
you
get
go to
you.
hell. You go straight to hell when you die.
Yeah,
So it's just selling your souls.
Details. It's only the
yeah,
details.
look. Would you rather live in hell or in nothing?
Well, I mean,
And
I
you
I
can
feel
be
like there are
you
better
can be one of the
options
chill
to pick
ones. No,
from.
you don't have to be like a Lemure or something. You can be one of the cool. You can be one of the cool devils.
Well, I mean, the afterlife lasts a lot longer than the life.
True. If you're cringe, get
It's
better.
it's something to consider, but at the moment, I'm thinking about
It's mostly just for the desperate who say perhaps die unexpectedly.
Mm. Right now, I've got more on my mind than religion, though.
Well, don't die unexpectedly, I guess.
Is he gonna? Yeah, that's
Sarek,
something
that
to.
is your turn.
We're up.
You're up.
You are
Okay.
prone or seated in your tent, but
Well, so how far away is this current clashing?
a ways
Out,
away
out.
from outside of the light at minimum. So the campfires shed 20 feet bright, 20 feet dim, right?
It's probably about 30 to 40 feet away from the campfire. Because you said it was pacing around the edges of the firelight, so probably about 30-ish feet, 35 feet.
It was well outside of the firelight. I said it was on the edge of your dark vision, so it was 90 feet
Yeah,
away originally.
but I put the food down just outside of camp.
Oh, okay. So it's about 40 feet away from you then, Sarek.
Cool. So we can see that once we exit the camp.
Yeah.
Exit the tent, which is probably leaving me with like 10 feet of movement left. Yeah, I imagine 15 feet to get up, 5 feet to exit the tent,
Yeah.
and another 40 feet beyond that.
Mm-hmm.
So I guess we're dashing up.
You're what?
We're dashing forward.
Are you
You're
out of spells?
what?
Okay, so wait. Let's think about this. So what exactly is 40 feet away?
The Eris and the owl bear. That your
Eris
tokens
and
aren't
the owl bear.
your tokens aren't correct.
I know they aren't correct. That's why I'm fucking asking questions.
Why are you dashing?
I mean, he has a 100% success rate with his shanking.
That's true, but I don't think that's great. I have exactly one spell slot. I hope you realize.
Bless us? I mean,
I can't.
oh shit.
without-
Wrong spell slot, buddy.
No, I have the spell slot for bless. It's just that it has a range of 30 feet.
You have 10 feet of movement.
You could move
Yes.
up 10 feet and bless us.
I mean, that depends, because that would mean that Eris is exactly 30 feet away. Is Warwick closer to me or farther away?
Warwick is inside the camp with you.
If you move up 10 feet towards me, you would have both of us in your range. You could bless all three of us.
Sure, yeah, we'll do that.
And Dina. Wait, do you have 3 or 4?
It would be a first level spell slot, so we could only 33 of us.
You could bless all 3 of us.
Did you not get your arcane recovery?
I did. At this level, I could only get a single first level spell slot back.
Womp womp.
It's equal to or less than half my wizard level rounded up, and my wizard level is 2.
Damn.
Funny.
All right. Bless.
No spell slots.
Let's get this party motherfucking started.
Alright, everyone toggle on their bless.
Where do you?
Do you doing anything with your bonus action, Sarek?
Dash. Oh, no, you can't.
Cope.
You
I'm
cope?
not a rogue.
Okay. Warwick, that's your turn.
Okay.
Pray.
Well, I'm gonna use because Eris hasn't got hit yet. How far away is he from me?
40 feet.
Yeah,
And
that sounds right.
So I grabbed my shield. I didn't say I used my movement to get up. I didn't realize I would still be on the ground.
You're not. He was
Oh.
because he was resting. When he woke you up, it was assumed you stood up.
Oh, okay, good. In that case, yeah, I'd like to get within 30 feet of Eris. And then I would like to cast... wait. Let me check something. What's the range on that? Just to be sure. Good. I'd like to use my action and use my star map to cast Guiding Bolt.
On Eris?
No, on the Owlbear.
Okay, I was wondering why you were casting Guiding Bolt on Eris. That would be weird.
19.
That hits?
11 radiant damage.
Nice.
Yeah, pretty low roll, honestly.
For 46,
then I'm going
yeah,
to...
kind of roll.
I'm going to bonus action Shillelagh. Just so I have that ready, just in case, TM.
You can't. You have to hold your star map in order to cast... You have to hold your star map in order to cast Guiding Bolts, and you would then need to draw your quarterstaff in order to cast Shillelagh.
Fine. And I guess I do nothing with my bonus action. End turn.
Eris, that's your turn.
I'm going to tell me if you heard this one before.
Wait, are you casting Guiding Bolt from the Astrolabe, or... Because you've got the shield
Yes,
in the other
I
hand.
specifically said I was using the star map feature.
Okay, yeah, so...
So I
you have to be
the
holding it, right?
Right, so I have
Yeah.
the shield in my left hand and the star map in my right hand.
Okay, cool. Alright, a 20 will hit. You have advantage, though, so you should roll again, see if you crit. Not a crit, but a 28 also hits.
That is 12 slashing and 6 radiant.
Good job. 18 damage. That's Dina's turn, unless you have a bonus action.
I'm going to go ahead and use my action surge
Oh,
and do the same thing.
okay. This one is made regular. It is not at advantage.
Yeet.
24 hits.
9 damage.
This thing is bloodied significantly.
And I'm going to use my second wind as well, because we're going to be finishing our rest anyway.
Second wind on the second wind.
We are not finishing the rest. We will have to restart it.
Oh, never mind then.
Yeah, getting into combat interrupts the rest.
Yeah, you also have used your second wind since your last long rest. It comes back on a long rest, right? Not a short
It
rest.
goes back in a short
Short rest.
Okay.
I get my action surge and second wind back on a short rest.
Eris,
It's only
Eris, you took second watch, right?
yes, I took second watch.
Okay,
So
I will
if
count the first hour as having been a short rest, so you can go ahead and
okay, and then should be. Let me see. It's 1d10 plus 3. That's going to be 13 health I regenerate, so I'm at max. Or
Nice.
yeah, I would think it wouldn't
I
go over
forgot you were
that.
here, Nessie.
It's the first time I've rolled well on a second wind in this entire campaign.
Okay, I accidentally
You
muted
have, you just
myself. I
forgot.
forgot I did.
Okay, I'm rearing. I'm ready to go.
That's Dina's turn.
Nina don't do shit.
Okay, that's the Owlbear's turn. The owlbear does not like that you are being so mean to it.
It doesn't like that you're winning.
I don't like that it was coming to eat me.
It is going to hit. It is going to hit you both of those times.
I'm glad I used the second wind.
Do you have a response?
I don't have any spell slots left. I used them up the first day, and the long rest hasn't completed yet.
Okay, so that is 14 piercing and 16 slashing.
That is a total of 30. I have not that much.
You go down.
Damn. I would have had that much if it bumped me to 31. Okay. Oh well.
That is the end of the owlbear's turn. Sarek, that is your turn.
I shouldn't have used that second win. That was a waste.
It prevented you from taking a failed death save.
Well, true enough.
Because how much HP were you at?
I was at 18 originally.
Oh, okay, so you wouldn't have taken a failed death save.
Yeah, so it was a waste.
Well,
Oh well. You live and you
so
learn.
worry, I'll get
we're
you up there,
currently
don't
30
worry about
feet
it.
away from this owlbear, correct?
You are 35 feet away from the owlbear. Warwick is 30 feet away from the owlbear.
Cool. So, Ray of Frost! That's a crit!
Let's go,
Oh.
boy.
Let's go.
I think with minimum damage you'll kill it because Ray of Frost is D10,
D8.
D8, so that's 5 plus a roll. So roll higher than a 4.
Oh, I forgot to, I not put in the crit damage. That's unfortunate. So, I mean, I don't think it'll count for this. So it's gonna be a
A 4. The owlbear is still standing.
Just
Remarkable.
barely.
Don't worry, guys. I'm at this.
He's just barely standing.
I'm still
bear.
standing.
Barely
I'm still standing.
It was not meant to be a pun, but go for it.
Some of the best puns are unintentional.
Actually, this can't. What am I doing? This can't crit.
Anything else you'd like to do with your turn?
Hold position.
Cool. Warwick, that's your turn.
Okay.
Kill him.
Well, first and foremost, I'm gonna healing word my man here.
Revive me, bro. I have a ray gun.
Shut up. So that's at level 2, plus additionally the chalice healing. So you get
19.
delicious
21. No, 19.
Okay, I love all of us said a different number. What?
It's 19.
Okay.
7 plus 8 is 15. Plus 4 is 19.
Okay,
19
yeah.
teleport my card.
I'm okay, guys. You think?
And yes, I'm giving it away.
Math.
Okay,
Well,
how
enjoy
did
your
all
19
three of
HP.
us? How did all three of us say a different number?
Okay, look. I got off shift this morning, and I've been awake since.
It's all
It's
good.
been a long 2 days.
Sacred Flame for 2 radiant damage.
That might be enough.
Better make that deck save.
That's a success.
Okay, well, that's the end of my turn.
Eris, that's
Fine.
your turn.
Eris, finish it out.
I'm going to
Please.
slice him.
Okay. You have disadvantage, so go ahead and roll that again.
Disadvantage.
Yeah, you're prone.
You're prone.
Oh fuck. Can I
You
stand
didn't
up first?
stand.
Yeah, you can. You didn't say that though.
Okay. Can we from now on assume
I will make no
Yes.
assumptions without because apparently there is no implied actions.
Nifty.
I'm kidding. I was kidding. I was making a jab at Weston.
Okay. All right. So from
Make jabby.
my for me personally, the first thing I will do, regardless of whether I say it or not, is if I get downed and then I get revived in combat, the first thing I will do is
You
stand
get
myself
knocked
up
down,
if I can.
but you'll get up again because you're never gonna keep him down.
Ha.
Yeah. Okay.
Ha.
With this critical, go ahead and finish this owlbear.
I just plant my sword in his forehead, I guess. Quick and clean.
A final screech as this owlbear plummets into the ground.
Well, that was unfortunate. At least he didn't eat that second bout of rations.
The ones that are in the dirt.
I didn't unwrap them.
Prestidigitation.
Does that work on food? I thought it only worked on clothes.
Works on
No, it
anything.
works on anything.
It's
Okay.
it's material. It's food made of material. Great.
Crazy how that works. Mr. DM, in all of those pages about owlbears, does it say whether they taste good?
No, it doesn't mention whether or not owlbears taste good.
I imagine they taste somewhat like owls and or bears.
I know bear fat is hard to cook with. I don't know about the flavor though. I've never had bear.
It kind of just looks like a
I mean-
feathery bear with an owl head.
That's basically what it is. Typically, carnivores don't taste great.
Have you ever had
You should not
alligator?
eat bears, guys. Generally, just as a note,
Typically,
don't eat bears because they have mad parasites.
Well, that's why you cook it well. You always cook your
Nope.
food well.
Nope.
I don't eat bear, so
You really shouldn't eat anything that doesn't eat like fresh meat. And considering like owlbears are described as having gnawed on decaying corpses in their description, I would not recommend eating them.
Maybe so. Yeah. You think there's anything of any value on its body? Can we search its pockets?
what?
Can we check his pockets? See marsupial.
I hate this.
run his pockets.
Maybe its feathers could be of some value.
I mean, best not to let all of it go to waste. Yeah, I guess let's take his feathers, see if we could sell him as some sort of prize to some collector. I mean, I hate to see his whole body going to waste, but what happened. Yeah, let's just take some feathers and go back to sleep.
Okay.
If you wanted to remove its like parts, yeah, you could give me nature checks.
But like, what would we use its parts for?
Its feathers would probably be you would know that they would be decorative, and probably have uses in arrows and bolts. It probably has some value in the fact that it's rather large compared to a traditional owl, and might be wanted by a collector. You know that their claws are very large and could be sold as trophies, for jewelry, probably maybe even crafted into a weapon. And go ahead and everybody go ahead and give me nature checks.
Because those have been going so well.
Hey, look at that.
The nature man knows nature.
Hey, look at that. I made a bridge. And it took like, I don't know.
Owlbear
And
liver.
Wow.
Owlbear liver is an alchemical ingredient. Also, um, it it probably could fetch a decent price. Livers of large animals like this are used in various different potions for their cleansing properties.
All right. Oh, I still have the other 3 alchemical ingredients in my inventory. I could just add it to that.
add
It
to the
is it
collection.
is quite difficult to extract though, so you would need to dedicate some time to butchering the corpse
Uh,
or carcass, I
let-
should say.
can we do
Get
that
some
after we wake up?
guidance.
Because that's only gonna be like 4 more hours.
No,
till
you have to
till.
start the rest over.
No, we have to start over.
Oh well, that's fine. That's fine. Yeah, let's dedicate the time to. If we dedicate the time to butchering the corpse and carefully extracting all of the stuff so that we don't waste anything, that's not going to give us exhaustion, is it? Because it's pretty early in the night.
No, you wouldn't get exhaustion. I believe
It would just throw.
it's only more than a day without resting, and it's also a save to not, you don't immediately take exhaustion. Am I remembering that correctly, Lex?
Something like that. It's
I'm. Yeah,
Also, as
I'm
soon as you take a long rest, you would then immediately lose that exhaustion.
okay. Yeah, I'm.
at least the first level of it. If we somehow got
I for
multiple
one,
levels.
I am for trying not to waste any of this thing. It's kind of unfortunate we had to kill it. Um. So let's try not to waste anything. Okay, so also question: we got XP for this encounter in Cragmaw Castle because we dealt with the owlbear problem. Do we get XP for this as a separate encounter?
Yes.
I mean, Ryu said that they were separate owl bears anyway, right? You just chose to make them the same owl bear?
Correct.
So yeah, I don't see why not.
Cars tomorrow.
What?
Okay.
Cars tomorrow.
But yeah, I'm for
say
trying
that Michael takes the
to
car
not
for-
waste anything on it.
Sorry, Amanda was asking me something. What was the last question? Sorry.
Oh, I was saying I am for not trying to waste anything on it. So like I'm for uh dressing the carcass here and now.
Okay. Give me 3 different survival checks as you try to extract its liver, claws, and feathers. Do them. Let me know which one is which.
Who
You
has the
maybe-
highest?
You maybe
My
want to have the druid handle that.
Yeah, my survival modifier is 0. Does anybody have anything more than 0?
Oh my god, I'm proficient in survival. Who knew? Guidance. Right.
Guide him, Zarek.
Good thing, buddy.
Give me a pat on the back so I can do
Got
this.
you.
All right. I'll do my best. You said I need to get the liver?
The liver, the claws, and the feathers, or
Okay.
possibly the whole hide. The hide includes the feathers. We can take the feathers off separately.
That's not
Liver,
how.
This
claws,
is
and
gonna
hide.
take a
That's not
minute.
how it works for
Oh,
for-
really?
Yeah, you would treat it like a chicken. You wouldn't remove the hide of a chicken. You would just pluck it.
Oh, Oh, so it's pretty much all feathers.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Yeah. Gotcha.
So that's a total of 15. Feels bad.
For the feathers.
Sure.
Okay. You manage to. Okay.
You good?
Yeah, I'm trying to read through the DCs. You were trying to pluck away these feathers and like make sure to pull away the good ones, and make sure to preserve them. And you do quite effectively. You pull off a significant portion of the feathers, especially like the prettiest ones, and you kind of pull them off into a pouch. And as you go to declaw it, you accidentally, like your knife, you're not quite able to get behind the knuckle of these claws, and you damage them to the point where they really won't be sellable.
Sadness.
Roll high on that liver. Alchemical stuff. Yeah.
Believe. Harder the cards.
Believe.
Fuck.
13.
You go to cut into this owlbear's stomach, and you do not have steady hands at all. You slice open the stomach, which pours into the cavity, and it sours the rest of the ingredients within it.
Damn.
Yeah, there's no solution for bad rolls. That was a 5, a 6, and an 8.
I mean, there is a solution.
Roll better.
Are you talking about having high mod? Having maybe a +5 total?
No,
And a D4?
there's another solution.
Uh-huh.
Oh. A solution that can be done by the audience.
Yes, one of you fantastic people in the audience, all you have to do is throw in $5. That's right, just $5.
Well, it's 500 channel points, but 100 channel points, not 500. But I guess they could
Call now, send us $5 in the mail.
if you spend 500 bits, he'll automatically succeed on all three.
Bruce, it's been 8 years. You still owe me $13.
Is there anybody even watching the channel that's not one of us?
Yeah, Penta and or not Penta, Flower and
Yeah,
Waz
Penta's
are lurking.
watching.
Amazing.
I was kidding, but about the 500 bits thing.
Yeah, sure you were.
Yeah, I don't think it's happening. I think we're just getting the feathers.
Sorry, I'm apparently garbage.
That's okay. Hey, one out of 3 is
It's
better
those hooves.
than unsteady hooves. It's okay. Some of us are just not meant to be surgeons.
I think having the hooves kind of disqualifies you from being a surgeon quite quickly.
No, he doesn't. He doesn't actually
That's-
have hooves. It was mostly a joke.
I mean, to be fair, the last time I tried to harvest something's organs, I got irradiated. So
Irradiated?
you didn't
yes,
get irradiated.
basically. I mean that was the what the hell was it called? The thing with the rotting gaze. I tried to extract its eye.
Yeah, the
The
Nothic.
Nothic. Yeah.
It wasn't. It was rotting gaze. It's not radiation. It was necrotic damage.
Yeah.
Oh,
To
so
be
you got
fair,
zombie
it's a similar thing.
damage.
I got rotted. I got decomposed.
It's more entropy than yeah.
Yeah,
Anyway,
turbo cancer.
It's a matter of entropy.
I'm gonna send you over the like item description, but you don't know the actual value. Like you have no way of knowing the value until you like get them appraised and whatnot.
Mr. DM, how much XP comes from this encounter?
This encounter generates 700 experience points divided between the three of you.
All right, so that's going to be 233.33333333333333333333333333333333333333333333333333333333333333333333333333333333333333333333333333333333333333333333333333333333333333333333333333333333333333333333333333333333333333333333333333333333333333333333333333333333333333333333333333333333333333xiii
We'll just call it
200 of the experience point. I'm fine not having that extra half experience point.
Hey, but you know
It's
what matters,
fine.
baby? We're level 4, baby.
We're level 4. We've leveled up.
Wait. What's our total now?
I stuffed my headphones.
We are now
Okay, so
783.3.
yes,
Repeating.
Look, you guys, again, instead of splitting it 3 ways, you guys can get you could split a 0.5. I don't care. Just let's not worry about
let's just-
repeating 3s.
You know what? The
Let's-
extra experience
let's-
point goes to Dina.
I was gonna say extra
Dina
There we
gets
go.
an experience point.
All right,
Uh,
2783, level up. Level
Dina
up.
is now 1/300th of the way to level 2.
Hell yeah.
Uh,
What happens when a
2,
Justin reaches
300.
level 2?
2.5.
She gains a sidekick level.
Oh my god, I can't wait to level up. I can't believe this is happening.
We
This
did
is
it, Reddit.
This is so unreal.
We did it, fellas. We lived.
Do we survive the night is the question.
Yeah, you survived the night.
Oh, thank god.
What's
Okay, so I
everyone's-
could-
what's
I
everyone's
could-
experience?
I could add my long rest.
So then we also rest again, I suppose. More rest.
Yes.
Two rest, 2 furious.
Long rest, perhaps.
What's the experience at, by the way?
2783.
Okay.
It's 83 above the threshold for level 4. So now I get to reveal what the threshold for level 5 is. It is 6.5 thousand.
A womp.
Damn.
So
Well,
it's
I mean,
gonna
to be
hot.
fair, to go from 3 to 4 was what, 900 to
2.7.
27.
This is a
700.
pretty
That-
big. This is pretty big
that
for
was-
me
that-
though. I got a lot of stuff.
Oh wait, extra attack is 5th level, not 4th level.
Yep.
Correct.
You get an ability score increase /
Yeah.
feat, however.
Yes.
Everybody gets a feat or ASI.
I
yeah.
don't.
Oh, sucks to suck. Multi-class. Point at the multi-class and laugh.
I get
That's fine.
I get other things though. Which is
Okay.
fair.
That does mean, you, Nessie, you will need to level your character up to level 4. Are you gonna be able to do that?
It's been a hot minute, so probably.
Okay, cool. We can, since you guys are all doing, do you guys want to do this on, do you guys want to just be level 3 until the end of this session?
No, because I have big news. I get another spell and another spell slot. I should have anticipated this and had something prepared, but I did not. But
Yeah.
now I have 3 spells instead of 2. My number of spell slots increased by 50%.
I finally have 2nd level spells.
Hell yeah. We're making big steps here.
So in that
And-
case, do you guys want to do level ups on stream?
Yeah,
You guys
let's
wanna
go ahead
just
and
handle
do it.
that right now. Okay.
Yeah, so
I've
that way
already-
the audience at least knows what we're getting into.
I'm a knower. I know.
Yeah, I was
what
gonna say I'm
doing.
not talking to you, Lex. I'm not talking to you or Weston. You both know what you're gonna do. I'm talking to the
actually-
the Lenoobs.
That's not worth it. I'm not taking
That's
that
fine.
spell.
All right.
Draconic Sorcerer at 4th level.
He's
Let's
getting
see.
ASI, and I think a new spell.
4th level. Oh, these are additional meta magic options. Okay.
Yeah, so at level 4, all that you get is another 2nd level spell slot, another spell, another cantrip, and Sorcerer's Versatility, which just allows you to replace cantrips and meta magic.
So basically, what we're gonna do here, Nessie, is you have two. We're gonna go with the first thing we're gonna do is we're going to pick out an additional cantrip for you. We're gonna pick out
Alright.
an additional spell, and that's about it. So we just pick. You got to pick another cantrip. So go to the sorcerer page. Here I got you. Let's
All
end
right.
this view.
Fellas, I have a question. I have strength. These are my modifiers. Strength of 3, dexterity of 1, constitution of 2, and intelligence of 3. Those are the 4 that I'm gonna pick from.
Oh, you
Yeah.
have. Hang on. Before have you looked through the list of feats yet? There's a couple of them that are really good.
Yeah, weren't you gonna
What do you-
take Warcaster?
What do you mean feats? Oh wait, hold on.
Let's pause for a second. Nessie, can you click that link I just sent you? And you need to pick
Mhm.
one of the cantrips from that you don't already have. You already
Um,
have Thaumaturgy, Acid Splash, Chill Touch, Shocking Grasp, Poison Spray, and Friends. So you just need to pick one from this list that is not one of those.
Alright.
And
And I'm just gonna tell you, don't take True Strike. Actually, I
No.
might. Did Laser Llama rework True Strike?
yes,
I might allow you to take the Laser Llama version.
you wouldn't want it.
Is it worse?
It's worse for a pure spellcaster. It'd be really good, not for her, not for Rieta, but for Eris, it'd be really good.
What is it? I still don't really understand how feats work.
Okay, I'll explain that in just a second. As soon as we get through picking spells for Rieta. Rieta,
Yeah, go for it. I gotta
Pick a-
figure out my spell anyway.
pick a cantrip.
Any case.
Stop it. I don't want an ad. Go away.
Lissova has reworked Poison Spray, though, to make it less bad. Okay, so I can prepare another spell, I do believe. Right. I can... Spellcast. Modifier plus wizard level, so I can prepare another spell, and I will unprepare one of my first levels. Goodbye, sleep. I knew ye so well. But I think
You know,
are
I could add sleep.
officially starting to fall off.
I could add sleep.
At this level, we're starting to get to the point where sleep falls off pretty hard. It's really good early on because things have very little HP, but the scaling on sleep just isn't enough to keep up. As an Eldritch Knight, you really want to focus on buff spells,
Well,
ideally.
I was thinking of either Thunderwave or what was the other one? Silvery Barbs.
It does have to be an abjuration or evocation spell.
No, 2 of them have to be.
At each of these spells that you learn at first level or higher has to be an abjuration or evocation, except for the spells that you learn at 8th, 14th, and 20th level.
That I thought I just had to know an initial 2.
No, it also affects the spells that you learn at higher levels. One of your initial spells can be a non abjuration or evocation spell, but only you only get 4 spells ever that can leveled spells anyway that don't have to be abjuration or evocation.
Okay.
Which,
I don't think the
quite
value
sucks,
of a
actually.
feat outweighs the value of getting an extra point in con and wisdom. I was gonna do a half
Oh,
feat.
are those both odd for you?
They're odd for me.
Oh yeah, fuck yeah, take it. Yeah.
Yeah.
No question about that, Jesus. But
Very
yeah,
nice, very
so-
nice.
Nessie, have you picked a spell yet?
I'm working on it.
All right. Druid is.
And yeah, also of course since he gets feat/ASI.
Yeah. Okay. While Nessie picks a spell, I will explain how feats versus ability score improvements work. So there is if you go onto
But I have to
um
roll for hidden nebula.
your here, I'll just send you a link to the feats page.
Oh yeah, Penta, do you have absorb elements?
I do not.
I
It
highly
would have
recommend
it would have been very helpful before.
I highly recommend it. It's one of the best first level spells.
These
Yeah.
are the feats. So feats can be taken for fighters at second level. Or they can be
What?
taken instead of an ASI. Do fighters not get one at second level?
No.
Oh,
They
is it 4 and 6? What? I thought
they get
don't
they do get additional feats. It's an additional feat at 6th, 10th, 14th. Those are their additional feats.
Okay.
I think Rogue also gets an additional feat one of those levels. 10th.
Anyway,
Yeah, this
when
is
you
my first time dealing with feats.
when you get an ASI, you have two options. You can either increase one stat by 2. Oh, sorry, you have 3 options. You can increase one stat by 2. You can increase 2 stats by 1, or you can take a feat. And I just sent you the list of feats.
That's a big list.
We have a lot of feat.
There are some things that you'll be excluded from, like, for instance, Adept of Black Robes, Adept of Red Robes, Adept of White Robes. You'd be excluded from those because you're not an initiate of high sorcery. You're not a scion of the planes. So make sure you just look at the prerequisites.
Yeah.
Hey, by the way, can I start doing some copying?
Yeah.
Cool.
Finally, I can copy those goddamn spells from that spell book.
31 hit points. Blessed be.
You're already able to do that.
Oh yeah, my hit points will improve. That'll be
Not
nice.
for me. No sirree.
If you
I'm
want
not
more
gonna
HP, you
spells.
could also take one of the most common ones to take is Tough.
I don't recommend it.
Or what's the other one?
Resilient.
Not that. There's another one that increases your HP, isn't there?
Yes, it's using your ASI to increase your constitution.
True.
I want to say
Yeah.
there was one other than Tough that did that, isn't there? Isn't it
No.
Brawny or something?
Why would there be another feat that increases your HP? That'd be really weird.
Also, what do you have against Tough?
You know, it's
Your hit point maximum increases by an amount equal to twice your level when you gain this feat. Whenever you gain a level thereafter, your hit point maximum increases by an additional 2 hit points.
so
Let's see.
basically, it's all right. Like, you get half as because you gotta weigh taking tough versus taking a +2 to con. That's the real question: is which one is more valuable? It's a +2 to con. Also gives you more HP. Not as much more HP, but more HP. It also increases your con saves, and it means you get more HP back when you spend a hit die.
Yeah, Constitution's like important or something.
So I think that for a lot of characters, it's usually going to be better to increase your constitution rather than taking tough. It's because constitution affects more than just hit points.
You could
Man,
also
for
take,
me-
if you want access to additional spells, you could take one of the magic feats. There's Magic Initiate, Fey
Yeah, that's
Touched.
what I was looking at.
let's see. So I'm now living in the realm of, oh god, how do I choose what spells to prepare?
If only there was a way to prepare more spells.
If only.
Your intelligence, if you increase it.
Yeah, maybe I will do that when I do that. Next level. In 18 years. When we get 6,500 XP.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I get an additional 2 spells.
2, count them, 2 spells.
Who's
Go! So yeah, I have
all right?
into
We're getting.
17, so I will be taking that fucking ASI, fucking getting that,
I'm getting speak with
int,
animals.
getting that int half feet pack, smoking that shit.
Am I? I'm half high elf, right? That's what I picked.
I believe so. So
I'll be getting.
and so copying those
animals.
spells is going to take all of my money basically, because it's 50 GP per spell level. Yep, it'll only take me a couple minutes though.
I can have enlarge reduce. That is funny.
Okay, so if I go on the spell book. Let's see, I had a document for my plans for this very eventuality. Yes, I was going to copy over those 2 spells for 100 GP each once I reach level 4, which I'll be doing right now, leaving me with no money. Broke bitch.
You guys have a bunch of stuff to sell, and you still have some quests to collect on.
But I now have Old Curse of the Misty Step. Copied from Mr. Blaststaff's book.
Are there any spells that you wanted to copy over from the Necromancer's spellbook?
I was
He didn't have anything worth taking.
I was potentially going to copy over Acid Arrow if I had money left over, but yeah, I was thinking about maybe taking a couple of those, namely Cause Fear and Acid Arrow. Ray of Sickness and False Life are a Ray of Sickness is like notoriously bad, and False Life is only okay.
Can you use Cure Wounds on yourself?
Yeah.
Huh.
You also might want to consider like one there's also Ritualist, I believe, or Ritual Caster that gets you access to ritual spells.
Well, what I was looking at is Gift of the Metallic Dragon, which gives you Cure Wounds.
I will say, I believe Gift of the Magic of the Metallic Dragon, it does require you to be gifted something by a metallic dragon.
Oh, does it? Okay.
Hang on, let me pull that one up.
FTD page 17.
Not necessarily.
It says
You've
you've
manifested the power of gem dragons, or I guess metallic dragons.
I mean, it would it being a gift of a dragon is one potential option for it, but
Okay.
I mean, it appearing out of nowhere would be pretty weird.
What I will say is we can probably find a way to reflavor that if you want.
It's just I'm still looking through a lot of these things.
So I can prepare 6 wizard spells. And if I wanted to get all 4 of my good second level spells, which I
You know what's a
ideally
scary combo I just realized?
would, I'd have to.
Heightened spell, ominous winds on sorcerer.
Oh, okay. Thunderwave, you've served me well, but I think it is time for you to go to the wayside.
What does that combo do?
So ominous winds is basically it is a save or suck spell. But basically you can pick. It's a flat. Uh, oh no, actually, I mean it scales with level. Up to 3 creatures of your choice that you can see within range must make a charisma saving throws. Whenever a target that fails this saving throw makes an attack roll or saving throw before the before the spell ends, the target must roll a 1d12 and subtract the number rolled from the attack roll or saving throw. It's concentration up to a minute.
And what does heightened spell do?
It gives the opponent disadvantage on that saving throw.
Oh, okay, that's cool.
There's no repeat save. And so that's just straight 1d12 subtracted from
Well,
basically their most important things, which are saving throws and attack rolls.
Bane on
And
steroids.
it is
I'm
Bane on
happy.
steroids.
I'm happy. We are finally able to do the real trolling.
And if I
It's
use
finally time
my
for the
if
wizardry
I
to
use my
manifest.
dragon, if I use the form of the dragon when I do starry form, then I make it even less likely that they break my concentration. So that is something I'm going to be looking at because apparently Meta Magic heightened spell would be hilarious with Druid.
I now have 2 forms of teleportation spell.
Well done.
What all do you got now?
So the 2 spells that I took for the 2 spells that I took are Vortex Warp and Web.
Vortex Warp is the forced
Web.
teleportation, right?
Yes. I mean, it's teleport somebody else, basically. You can do it to a hostile creature, and they have to fail a con save. Or you can do it to a friendly creature.
Yes, Nessie?
I've gotta go.
Okay.
So I don't know why my mom waited until the last minute to say something, but she did. So,
Okay.
but I'll shoot you a text of the spells that I was looking at when I get the chance. But I do gotta go. So
Yeah, it is what it is.
I'll see you.
Bye.
Goodbye.
Oh, this is annoying. It's in a
But
book
yeah,
that I
so I
have to
can
write this by hand.
I can take any creature
Wait, what? Wait, hang on.
within.
Weston, which one do you need?
It's Ominous Winds from Book of Ebb and Tides.
That is not an official book.
It's not?
No, it is not.
Where did
Where is that
you
from?
find it? I was gonna say I didn't
Oh, that's
recognize it.
right. I forgot about that. Well, I'm not gonna obviously. Okay. I knew there was something.
I was like, I've never heard this
Okay.
spell before. What is this? What level was that
Very
spell?
funny. Second level?
But yeah,
I mean, whole
Uh,
person is also second
so
level.
so I can take anyone anyone but myself within a 90-foot radius of me and teleport them to any unoccupied space that is on a flat surface within 90 feet of me. So I could theoretically teleport someone up to 180 feet
Mm-hmm.
with proper positioning. So now we don't have to worry about anyone being carried off into a cave again. As long as I can see you, I
I'm
can
doing
get you outie.
I'm doing Healing Spirit Chalice because, if I recall, I mean it is a spell. Hold on, let me look at this.
It does work that way,
And yeah, then web is web.
but
but I believe that requires your bonus action.
it does, but call forth an nature spirit to soothe the wounded. Till spell ends whenever you or a creature you can see moves into the spirit's space for the first time. No, it doesn't use your bonus action to actually do the healing. Um, Basically, anytime they enter the space or start their turn there, you can cause the spirit to restore 1d6 hit points to that creature. No action required. Spirit can't heal constructs or undead. The spirit can heal a number of times equal to 1 plus your spellcasting ability modifier, minimum of twice. After healing that number of times, the spirit disappears. As a bonus action on your turn, you can move the spirit up to 30 feet or to up to 30 feet to a space you can see. And now that I don't have third spell slots. Well, it's still not bad. I mean, heal 5 times, 1d6 hit points, and every time it does that, I mean, if I have Chalice active, then they additionally get 1d8 plus 3, and it's all for 1 second level spell slot.
Yeah, Healing Spirit is a really nice spell.
It sounds very funny.
Especially
And it's
since if
obviously
you can
it's conditional, so it's basically 5 casts of Healing Word out of 1 second level spell slot.
if I if I remember correctly, is it just when they is it once per round that they can be healed or once per turn?
It's whenever they enter the space for the first time on their turn or start their turn there. So they can only gain the benefits once on their turn.
And they can't gain it on someone else's turn.
Oh, sorry, no. Moves into spirit space for the first time on a turn or starts its turn there. So if,
So
for instance, they had
hypothetically, if
another
someone
ability that
forced
allowed
it,
them to move,
yeah. If you
yeah,
teleported him into the space and then he started his turn there, then he would be able to heal twice.
you could spam heal if you wanted to. It would just be stupid. You'd have to use probably a lot of features in order to
Quick, capture the
facilitate
record.
that.
What? Why am I being captured? Someone's trying to capture me. Why am I being captured? I don't get it. Commander Fox, why have you betrayed me?
And
You
then
know,
get
at least it's
additional
not at least it's
enchantments.
not fucking spike growth where you can just grapple someone and then just rub them back and forth through the spike growth to deal a
Cheese
shitload of
grater.
damage. I love that
True.
that works. It's so funny. Speaking of second level spells that you could take,
Yeah, that's a very good one. Especially if
But
Eris
that's
decides to take
right.
Grappler.
Okay, so now I have to make a choice. I mean, I could just ditch Speak with Animals and take Spike Growth. I mean, I can change them out at any time.
Come to think of it, what is your spellcasting focus?
I mean, I can use either. I can use the orb as my spellcasting focus, which is ideal. Or I can use the funny staff that I have. Bit of wood.
We're doing all right, Commander Fox. Are you talking about a druidic focus?
Yes.
Okay, so is the druidic focus your quarterstaff, or are those two separate things?
It's the quarterstaff.
Okay, got it. I normally allow in the past I've allowed a quarterstaff to count as a druidic focus, since it's
No, yeah, I
a
mean,
wooden
I mean,
staff.
it's Shillelagh, so.
I think that is rules as intended.
Right, but it's not rules as written.
I think it's also rules as written, actually.
Let's take a look into this section about spellcasting focus. You can use a druidic focus as wooden staff.
Right, but a quarterstaff is a quarterstaff, not a staff. Raw.
Hey, look at this. It has the exact same stats as a quarterstaff. Huh.
Yeah, it's
Anyways,
weird.
it's
I,
literally just a
it's a
quarterstaff that they've called something else.
it's a
Literally, there's
dumb
no difference.
argument. It's a dumb argument that someone has made for not being able to cast Shillelagh on a Staff of the Woodlands, because you can't cast Shillelagh on a staff. You can only cast a Shillelagh on a quarterstaff or a club.
Yeah,
Okay,
I
I
don't
don't think
think
it's
It's
that's.
stupid.
I don't think it's anywhere. It's not stated in the book, but yeah.
Yeah, honestly, I'm fine with it. I'm fine with with the staff counting as a spellcasting focus and a weapon. I think it would be stupid for them not to. Um,
It's you can there can be a wooden staff that is not a quarterstaff, and there can be a quarterstaff that is not a wooden staff, but you can have a quarterstaff that is also a wooden staff.
So, point being, the only time that's going to come up is when you specifically have to have the globe in hand, like before. Because you had to have the globe, which means you would have had to use your object interaction. It's just the whole thing, action economy. Moving on. What additional
Oh, I can
ground?
take Mold Earth.
Mold Earth is
I'm
a good
definitely
one.
doing that. Because we could
Me
have
when I
used
mold
that.
my Earth.
I'm going to mold your Earth.
I could replace that one of my wizard cantrips, but will I? No.
Do I really want to hold on? I mean, I guess I'm using Produce Flame as a light source. And there's not really a lot of great competition. Marvin, you can't look outside because it's dark outside, stupid. My cat's so dumb.
Okay.
Penta, are there any questions you have about potential feats, or are you still just looking?
Right now I'm looking, but the only thing that I'm thinking either Gift of the Metallic Dragon or Fey Touched. I don't know if there's anything else that's really worth it that I've seen.
So, notably, right now, you cannot cast spells with your sword and shield drawn. At least not spells that have somatic components.
Or material components?
Yeah, assuming that the material components aren't a
A
weapon,
weapon, yeah.
which is only true for Green Flame Blade.
Right.
So any of your other spells you currently can't cast while you have your, at least rules as written. I think our DM has been ignoring this thus far since he's allowed you to cast shield when you shouldn't have been able to. I think he forgore.
Maybe he forgore.
But there is a feat that completely solves this issue. It's a little deity called Warcaster, which you were originally planning on taking.
Well, I'm gonna get that at level 7 anyway, or War Magic, right?
That's very
Cool.
different, completely different.
No, Warcaster is a feat that allows you to perform somatic components with a shield or weapon, I
It
believe.
allows you to do a few things.
Oh,
First,
I
it
can
gives you
get that much.
advantage. It gives you advantage on all Constitution saving throws you make to maintain concentration on a spell, which you don't really have many concentration spells at the moment, but you know. It allows you to perform the somatic components of spells, even if you have a weapon or shield in one or both hands. And when a hostile creature provokes an opportunity attack, you can use your reaction to instead cast a spell at the creature rather than making a regular weapon attack.
Which means you could do
Which
something
can-
like Green Flame Blade.
Yeah, you can
Hmm.
cast Green Flame Blade on him.
Or if you want to be really, really, really funny, you could cast Hold Person.
Yeah, but I don't think I can get Hold Person yet.
No, you can't, but I'm just like that's a if you cast it
Yeah.
Hold Person when someone tries to leave your reach, it's like Sentinel but worse.
You ain't going nowhere. I got you for 3 minutes.
Spider-Man reference.
Fuck yeah.
And stop
Tobey
yelling
Maguire,
at me, okay?
Spider-Man.
It's cat, man.
Yeah,
I
might as well.
personally have been trying my best to keep focus shit in mind, so I think sometimes.
Yeah, I'll just do Warcaster. I'll stick with the spells I have. Well, because I'm about to get another spell anyway.
I will mention also, you have not used um your healing elixir spell at all?
No, because I haven't bought the materials yet. We went on this big old adventure right after we got to level 3, and I forgot to buy materials. Because I need herbs to make the potion, and I forgot to buy some while we were in town. Then we got to another town, and it was abandoned. It's been a time. We've been a lot of places where I cannot buy these herbs.
Now I have 3 spell slots. Good, that has been
Yeah,
updated.
at least personally, I've been keeping the only spells that I have that require me to use my spellcasting focus, really, that I would be ever using in combat, particularly, are Bless, Sanctuary, and Web.
Well, you normally
okay.
don't have a weapon in hand.
Exactly. So it hasn't been coming up for me because I can just take out my.
Plus, you can use your holy symbol,
Well, yeah, I
which
can
you
just
can
take
put
out
on your
my.
shield.
That's right, but I haven't though, because I can use my holy symbol for Bless and Sanctuary, but not Web.
Oh, can you only use your holy symbol for
Yeah,
cleric spells?
I could use it as a holy symbol for my cleric spells, but I would need an arcane focus for my wizard spells. You allowed me to put my holy symbol on my spell book,
Yeah.
however, so which I can also use as a spellcasting focus for my wizard spells because of the scribe wizard subclass. So I finagled a way to get a spellcasting focus for both. In any case, yeah, I've just been taking that out when I need to and putting it away next turn. I haven't necessarily been saying that, but I shouldn't have. I don't think there's really been in any situations where that's come up.
Yeah, it hasn't really.
I suppose I should be a little more vocal about it, just to make sure that I don't slip up.
There we go.
We've been fairly good about keeping track of those things.
Especially now that I have a web in the mix as well.
Okay. How does my HP increase?
It increases by average of your D10, so it increases by 6 plus your con mod.
Okay.
Make sure you increase your max HP and your current.
Okay.
Holy shit, 25 HP.
And then, do I still have 3 hit dice, or does it go up to 4?
It goes up to 4.
Yeah.
You get an additional hit die for every level.
Hold on, I'll be back in a bit.
Also, yeah, I assume our long rest goes off without a hitch.
Yep.
Yippity. We're spelled up.
And then long rest regains half your hit die, so I would regain 2.
Yep.
Okay. And then, so I had a feat instead of the ASI. Then I just need to add another spell, which is either evocation or abjuration.
Again, I will say that for just straight, what's the most useful thing that you could take? The answer is absorb elements.
What school of magic is shield?
Abjuration.
I thought so.
What kind of question is that? I'd be shocked. How could it not be abjuration?
Because I don't remember what all the spells, all the schools mean.
Abjuration is all about wards and occasionally like planar shenanigans like banishment.
As far as I'm aware, wards are restoration magic. I don't know what you're on about.
Damn. That's crazy. But I don't remember. Alright. Let's see. Next level, I'm doing. What am I doing next level? Is it going to be that?
Penta, do you have anything else you need to sort out?
I just need to add absorb elements into my spell list, and then I'll be done.
Okay.
Mm. Not a lot of good int half feats that aren't really boring.
You take resilience.
Why would I take resilient int?
So you get advantage on intelligence saving throws.
That what?
You know, for all those intelligence saving throws you're making.
That but that what? Where's the advantage coming from, buddy?
From resilience.
That's not what that feat does.
Gives you proficiency, I know.
Well, I should kill you.
What, for sullying the name of resilience? One thing you
Yeah,
could also
don't
take,
shoot
I'm
me
not sure if
dead.
you saw this, but you could take Fighting Initiate. It gives you access to an additional fighting style.
There we go. How's that look?
Good. You should also add a macro for
Oh wait,
the
it's just
D6 a global damage modifier for the damage for absorb elements on the next attack. It's just, well, I guess you could add it to the spell itself.
I have obtained chicken quesadilla.
He has obtained.
You eat late at night a lot, don't you?
Yes.
No shame.
I
I do that too.
mean, I guess I could just take skill expert.
Well, you could take actor.
That's not an int half feat.
You could take magic initiate.
That is not an int half feat.
He'll figure it out.
I want to say there's a ability. Hang on.
Look, there's a very obvious answer of what I could take, and it's
Keen
Fate
Mind, Linguist, Fate Teleportation, your High Elf, Observant, Fate Touched, Gift of the Gem Dragon, Knight of the Sword, Shadow Touched, Telekinetic, and Telepathic.
I know what the feats are that I could take.
You
I
could
have
take
a
Fade
list.
Away if you became a gnome.
So true, bestie.
Let me solve that real quick. I'm gonna call
Uh,
up the God of Fates real quick. Yo, can you turn this man into a gnome?
You could take you could take resilient. You don't.
So true.
You don't want proficiency in intelligence saving throws. You'd have wisdom, con, and intelligence.
Wisdom, charisma, and intelligence.
I wonder, as a wizard, what
Wait.
saving throw would he already have?
I actually
He's a
don't already have
cleric.
int because my first
Oh,
level.
you're right. You went cleric then wizard.
So I don't have it technically, but no.
You should take proficiency in intelligence saving throws. It's gonna come up. It's gonna come up
What
Yeah,
about the tough
frequently.
feet?
It's gonna come up frequently.
I think I'm just gonna increase my con by 1, and then take resilient con at level 8 whenever that happens.
So you're increasing con by 1, intelligence by 1.
Yeah.
Sucks. I don't know, man.
Or I
Anyway,
could even go real crazy and increase intelligence by 2.
what's your intelligence right now?
17.
Warwick and I are the increased con +1 and our spellcasting ability modifiers by 1 gang.
All right, I gotta use the restroom real quick. Y'all are in charge.
I mean, it's just a good idea.
Woo!
When you're.
I
We're
get
in
to say
charge!
sorry.
Rue's gone. You know what that means.
Let's see if I look.
Shitty ocarina playing.
I think I
No.
know.
I'm just kidding.
Well, actually
I
do it
think-
because he isn't here.
I think Rieta would probably be smartest to just increase charisma by 2.
Venus should level up her con.
So true. Be crazy if I could actually give her sidekick levels.
Oh. Well, that's hot.
Especially
That's very
since,
hot. My throat.
especially since, yeah, can't exactly do much in combat. So actually, expert sidekick would go kind of crazy.
Which one?
Expert sidekick.
Sidekick.
Hey, you're not.
Would you be the
Robin
Robin to my Batman?
Have returned.
Even
Hello.
just 1 level in expert sidekick would go insane. Bonus action, help action.
Bonus action, help action. What are you, a rogue?
What is
That's not a
sidekick?
rogue feature.
That's not a
the-
feat.
Yay!
No, it's a class.
There's a. Isn't there not? Is there not a? Is there not a rogue subclass that gets to take the help action as bonus action?
Maybe
Could've-
Mastermind does
Yeah.
that. Yeah, Mastermind does that.
Yeah, because their whole thing is like thinking and being big brain. But
Oh,
it's
you know what? I'm thinking of Savant. Savant can take the help action as a bonus action.
But so can Mastermind Rogue. That is a thing that Mastermind Rogue can do.
I think of Savant and Rogue as fairly similar.
I mean, they kind of are.
That's a fair assessment. They're not like very over the top typically.
They're both non-magical utility focused classes that only get 1 attack.
Mhm.
It's just that Rogue leans more into damage as a secondary role, and Savant leans more into support as a secondary role. That's the main difference. That and, Rogue favors Dex and Savant favors Int.
Well, I believe we might have bored everyone to death.
Almost certainly. But
I love
we have
boards.
pretty much leveled up, I think. Just better.
I
Yes,
have.
I'm leveled up.
I got my
You?
HP leveled up. I have my feet I have my legs, I have
Yes.
my knees, I have my torso, I have my
I
new
have,
spell,
I have my neck, my back.
I have my head, my shoulders, my knees, and my toes, my mouth.
Yo, head?
Hey, look, sometimes it's good to have some head.
Some would
I
say
mean,
it's next
it's
level.
good. That was good.
Thank you.
All right, are we prepared to continue on? Are we?
Well, there does seem to be a massive, several mile wide owlbear blocking the road.
Oh my god.
It's like
Who
10
put that
feet.
there?
Thing's about 6.5 miles wide. It's quite large and in charge.
Just think of the money we could make if we actually were capable of like skinning this thing and selling its feathers.
We have its feathers.
You can build a city in
that's all we
that
have.
owlbear's intestines.
We could
Well-
create the plot of Hollow Knight in this owl bear.
Imagine,
there's-
imagine a city that is like inside of a living being, or like like it. There's like this whole denomination of worshippers that worship the physical space that they live in because it is like the body of a dead or dying deity.
So there's this video.
Have you
game
not seen
called
Adventure Time? There's a
Xenoblade.
whole episode of Adventure Time.
Are you talking about the bears? Because they do
No,
not
no.
respect that thing.
I'm talking about it's like some kind of giant, and there's a bunch of little dudes partying in a stomach.
Yeah, that's bears. They're a bunch of like party bears led by Party Bear
Yes,
Pete.
the party bears. Yeah, the bears inside. Yeah.
They do not respect the bear. They don't even think they live in a bear.
Well, it happens.
But no,
but
Hollow
to be
Knight
fair,
did that.
The only unfactored, the only unaccounted for enemy that we have, well, is some of the red brands and GOG. Now, the owlbear met a little unfortunate fate, but now GOG and the red brands are the only two things that we haven't completely killed.
The only loose ends.
Yeah.
Only a handful of loose ends left to tie up, boss.
to be fair, we have leveled up, and I don't think that GOG has. So I think we stand a better chance now than before.
We find him and just nuke him.
Oh, well, you guys have fought an ogre by itself before. Fighting an ogre by itself is not an issue. It was the fact that you guys were already out of resources and had to divide
And
your
the
fire.
fact that we got fucking exploded by a fireball.
That had nothing to do with it. That was
Twice.
just a weird coincidence. I don't know what you're talking
There was
about.
okay, there was a 2% chance of us getting fireballed that day. There was a 0.04% chance of that happening overall twice in a row.
Well, no, it's not even 2%. It is if the spell is cast, it only happens on a nat 1, right?
No, well, for that one, that was sort of my fault because
You used Tides of
I
Chaos.
used Tides of Chaos, which just guarantee a roll in the Wild Magic table. So at that point, it was a 2% chance.
Yeah, it was a 2% chance for each time the wild magic table was used. And so the fact that the wild magic table was used twice and that both times it came into a fireball is a 0.04% chance. Which is
I love
crazy.
that our party is okay, just like moving on and forgetting about the person who accidentally fireballed us twice.
Damn.
Like as characters, we're just like, all right.
Well, I mean,
Anyway,
you didn't know them for very long, and they were kind of a wooden doll.
and lied a lot, and
lied.
Didn't really care about her.
Honestly, I suggest a new thing. Any time that Bo comes back, anytime that Bo tells a lie, her nose has to grow.
You see, like, I was sort of banking on the fact that there's literally no way that we roll Fireball twice.
How did that work out for you?
Well, it
So
obviously didn't. He's like, You know, like we could have rolled fucking anything on this shit. Let's see. Let's roll right now. Oh my god, a 36. Roll a d10. Bo gets 4 years older.
Amazing.
How does that work
67.
for a puppet?
67. Bo gets frightened of the nearest creature until the end of your next turn.
Eep.
46. Levitate on self. That's just like mostly beneficial.
Damn.
7. Confusion centered on self.
And
That's not
yet it
great,
was a
but
fireball.
also the best part is it's so you casting confusion on yourself, so you can just drop concentration immediately.
The best part is that it's not
Oh, that's funny.
fireball.
Yeah.
Anyway, are we prepared to proceed?
Or like,
Yeah, Eris.
or that
Picking up
banger.
and
Creatures have
absorb elements
disadvantage
is
on
really
saving
good.
throws because it's
That's what
fucking-
saved
Yeah.
me from fireball all 3 times.
Yep, I just added it.
I have it.
I was
You
originally gonna
absorb
take
elements,
silvery
gang?
barb. I think the next spell slot I'm gonna get is probably silvery barb.
No, maybe the next free spell pick that you get,
That's what I mean.
which
Um,
is not going to be for a while, and at
I
that
know.
point, you'll be competing with second level spell picks that you could potentially get.
Possibly. We'll see.
What
We'll see.
what non abjuration or evocation spell do you have currently?
That's the healing spell.
Oh, the
Yeah.
yeah.
Elixir.
Which I've not had a chance to use, which I will be picking up plenty of herbs for the next time we get into Phandelin, which is hopefully soon. Speaking of getting to Phandelin, are we ready to go?
Is it time to trek?
All right, so we got to go fast or what?
Gotta go fast.
Gotta go fast.
Let's get this shit done.
Let's get out of these fucking hills.
Let's get the fuck out of Dodge. All right, I've had
This
enough
is the
of
hill.
Dodge.
It's an owl bear.
All right, roll.
Oh my god,
roll
it's all owlbears.
Roll a d20. It always was.
That's not a moon. It's an owl bear.
All right, somebody else rolled this shit. Last time I rolled it, we
I
ran
got
into
it.
an
I got it. That's 3.
All right. So
Boom.
anyway, you run into a second owl bear.
Nope.
We actually run into a family of owlbears.
Owl bears do in fact hunt in either mated pairs or solo. So
It's his
They
wife
do
and
move in
Exactly.
herds.
kids. God, there's been so many fucking references this session.
It's very
There's
good.
been so many fucking references this session.
Hey, we can add more fucking references if you want.
yeah, I now that the miner has left the call.
Exactly.
Ooh, up.
We can.
Whoa,
We're permitted to be terrible people.
Whoa. Story of 30 miles.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
All
Yeah,
right,
so can we-
it passes uneventfully.
Woo!
All right.
Another one?
Rest time.
Rest time. Get those hit dice
Rest
back.
time is the best time.
Gotta pump those numbers up. Those are rookie numbers.
Rookie numbers. Pump those numbers up.
As you're resting, roll another d20.
Alright. Nah.
It goes uneventfully. You wake up the next morning.
I'm the king of uneventful rolls.
Roll. Keep going. Go other places.
And
Another
we get-
15.
It's like exactly enough to get to Phandelin, by the way.
Nice.
Nice. I'll take it.
You arrive in Phandelin uneventfully.
And
Woo!
tired.
God.
All right, y'all got a bunch of shit to sell, a bunch of people to see, some quests to finish.
A
Quest
bunch of people
log.
to sell, a bunch of shit to see.
Whoa. The only person we had to sell was that one hobgoblin that we killed.
Okay, back
And maybe
to
Hirion, but
the quest log, which is the best log. So we have completed two of our remaining objectives, which is like all of them.
All right.
Beyond the stuff in Thunder Tree, which doesn't really matter that much.
All right, let's take care of the Banshee one first.
Yes.
Did we get a particular map?
To Sister Gariel, we know the location of Veku Cave. I assume that while we're here, we can talk to Gundren about what's going on with that.
Well, we figured that
Now
out.
that he is
a long time.
rested from his long capture, he might want to get back into that shit.
Tell us a story, Grandpa.
Are you so are you going to see
I
Gundren
think-
first?
I think first we deal with the pressing matters of getting paid.
Yeah, let's go ahead and finish out that Banshee quest first, and then we'll do the Wyvern tour.
Yes, yes.
To
Can we
the
get proof, actually?
Of what?
That we killed him?
You didn't request proof.
I guess.
I guess you could.
Yeah, so we like totally killed that guy.
You probably have like ears or something.
I don't know.
we have a bunch of
Mr.
horse
Witcher,
blood all over
you
our
probably-
clothes.
I mean, Mr. Witcher, I cleaned that off.
Oh my god, I'm so mad. I just realized the doll had the staff.
The doll
Yes.
did have the staff.
I'm aware of this. We're gonna have to
That's-
live without.
That's
All right,
too
I'm gonna go
bad.
top off my drink. I'll be right back.
We're gonna have to live without the staff of defense. Rieta definitely could have made good use of that.
Womp
And
womp.
unless we happen to bump into the doll at some point.
We didn't see it, but Rieta actually mugged Bo on the road.
No, listen. The courier comes up and he just fucking delivers the staff of defense.
Got something I'm supposed to deliver. Your hands only.
No, there's
And
actually
it's just this fucking magic item.
There's actually a chest in town by a pool of water by the Shrine of Luck that just has all items.
There are all
we
key
missed.
items that you miss. Yeah, it's
Yeah,
right
yeah,
behind
yeah.
this big. It's right behind this primordial serpent.
It's an ender chest.
Just ignore him.
Guys, we just gotta go in the ender chest to get it. We're fine.
Actually, that primordial serpent's not there
Actually, we
because
haven't,
you
we haven't
talked
rung the bells of awakening yet.
Yeah.
So
the doors are closed.
he's still snoozing.
For those of you at home who are not familiar with what we're referring to, we are making Elden Ring,
Don't explain it.
Dark Souls references.
Play Dark Souls. I'll kill you.
Dark Souls is very fun. You should play Dark Souls. I think everyone in here has played a Souls game, with the exception of Penta, right?
Correct.
You should play Dark Souls.
I would say poor. I have money to spend, but I'm trying to save it up on a place to live. That's not my parents' house.
I wonder what what your priority should be: Dark Souls or a place to live. Like
It's so true.
get your
Honestly,
Well,
priorities
listen.
in order, man. Come on.
I feel like Dark Souls actually tops.
Listen,
the
living at my
hierarchy of
parents'
needs.
house is my 12th reason. Dark Souls will become my 13th, so I'm gonna
Failing,
have to wait my
yeah. Honestly, Dark Souls would be someone's 13th reason.
All right.
That game is brutal.
We got.
Anyways, to the Shrine of Luck, right, Sister Girl?
Let's talk to Sis.
All right. So you Shinji, crank
Soulja
that
Boy.
soldier boy.
Oh wait, what am I doing? We don't have to.
We should have challenged Gog to a dance battle.
All right,
He would have never matched our moves.
Sister Gariel is approaching and kind of sweeping out the center of the Shrine of Luck, and you see her as the day begins to unwind. You see her doing the nightly rituals. You see her lighting bits of candles and incense around the shrine, and as you approach, she looks over her shoulder at you, Sarek, and she says, "You're back? Did you? I take it you met with Agatha then?"
Yes, amongst other things. It's been a very eventful few days,
We lived.
for the most part.
And you have a new friend with you?
Oh yeah, about that.
And you seem to have lost two friends? What? I seem to remember you being
yes.
with the wood elf and
As I said, very eventful few days.
Actually, come to think of it, I believe I've seen your tiefling friend around town.
Oh, really? And where might she be?
I believe she was set up at Stonehill.
Good to know. We'll have to stop by there.
I don't suppose you've seen the other elf.
No, unfortunately not.
Oh well. But yes, we did visit the lair of that banshee, and I
And
believe
what did
he
she tell you?
begins flipping back through the notes in his book. Yes, we did acquire the location. It's fuck, what was it? It was down. What was it down? I looked it up.
Coneyberry?
Not Coneyberry.
Oh, no, the other one.
The
Did it start
town-
with an E?
It was.
Eber.
It was some weird ass. I would have to. I actually have to look in my search history from about a week ago.
It was last Thursday?
Was it last Thursday?
Or Thursday or Friday?
Do 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 do
These are the times that I miss the
do
ukulele.
do 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 do
Erebor!
Erebor!
do 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 do.
Mr. DM, that's it.
Erebor. That's how it's pronounced, apparently. Yeah, I was traded there. Yeah. Oh my god, information revealed in the text here about Sister Gariel. That's crazy.
I returned.
Yes, apparently the Bowgentle's spellbook is long since unaccounted for. Uh, Last Agatha heard of it, she had traded it off to a necromancer named Seanoth from Erebor, though this was many decades ago.
I see.
Over a century, in fact.
Well, thank you enough. That's a lead to go on at all, and of course, it's more information than we had as we started. And you see, she reaches into one of the robes of one of the close of her robe, and she reaches for your hand. And I'm gonna go ahead and do this. That should not have been publicly rolled.
Holy shit, 12!
Was also the
Can't
wrong
believe he'd
thing.
do that to us.
Uh, Warwick, you notice that there was some like that as she handed this over to Sarek, the way that she was holding her hand seemed to be more than just the vials that you see. There seemed to be something else in her hand as she hands it.
I'm sorry,
over
I
to
had to step
Sarek.
out to do some dishes real quick, so I missed everything up until
I didn't tell you
the-
anything that was not relevant. Everything that
I
you
don't
need
know
to know.
who.
Oh, okay.
I don't know who he's.
This
Yeah.
is Sister Gariel, the one who asked you guys to go to the
She is the local priestess of the goddess of luck, Tamora, and the
Oh,
caretaker of the
okay, yeah,
shrine
with
of luck.
the Luck
here.
Shrine. Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. And so there was like an extra item slipped into the vials that were exchanged.
She handed the vials over to Sarek.
Hmm.
Well,
Interesting.
these most certainly would have come in handy quite a while ago. But thank you. Much appreciated. Sarek will hand one vial to each of you.
What are the vials? Sorry,
Healing
I was
potions.
okay. Healing potion. Cool. I was AFK for a second. Sorry.
Healing.
Healing is good.
Yes.
Thank you very much, sister. As well, I'm unsure if you've heard any word around town, but we managed to locate Cragmore Castle.
Oh,
Cleared it out
really?
of baddies there.
I had heard something of that from Harbin, but I wasn't sure whether or not to believe it. Glad to hear that.
Hopefully, it is remained unoccupied for the time being. There was a shrine there to several deities that Tamora among them, in fact. Sadly, the goblins had desecrated it.
Wait,
Probably
you
any other
found it?
option.
I had been communing with your congregation for some time. At this, as why I had known something was amiss, but I didn't realize that's where that was. Did you clear out as much of? Did you rectify
Ah,
the situation?
interesting. Yes, I'd cleared up the shrine to the best of my abilities.
See, I still felt a bit of a difference, but if you've cleared the castle, maybe I could go and perform the proper rites to restore it to its sanctified state. I know Cragmore Castle used to be a human stronghold, so perhaps it would
Take
be worth it.
take a security escort with you.
Well, no, if you've already cleared out the goblins, I'm sure that wouldn't be necessary.
The road is dangerous, fraught with owlbears and hobgoblins.
Well, presumably less now, but
Less now.
still, there
I'm
was...
certain I could hire one of the miners to come with me. It won't be much trouble at all. But certain don't. I'm sure you all have far more important things to do than accompany me to Cragmaw. It's not. It's to the north. Yes.
Yes, I can... Here, he continues flipping through his book to where he has his
To the
map.
map.
To the map!
I'm
Yes,
the map.
it is
I'm the map.
right here.
I'm the map.
Oh my god!
We're back on the goblin ambush.
Oh. We'll fuck those goblins up.
Yeah, he will.
Yes,
He will now. Yeah.
I in fact was going to invite you to perhaps take a look at it yourself.
Thank you.
I had thought that it may be a good place to re-establish, in fact.
It might make for a proper home for those who need it.
We are in agreement. Perhaps I will meet with you there at some point.
Okay.
Yeah. Good day.
Good day.
All right. Next to the
We did
Town
it.
Master's Hall to cash in that contract.
Yippee! Yeah.
Yip.
Walk down the
Oh,
street.
okay.
You walk down the street.
Woo!
Hey, yo, Arbin.
Yes.
We lived.
Good job.
Yes. I mean, here, Eris, you can fucking handle this. It's mostly your job.
Oh yeah. Well, we took care of those orcs at Wyvern Tor. Unfortunately, we didn't have the chance to bring back any trophies other than the blood on our clothes and swords.
Well, his anyway. He refused to let me clean him.
It adds to the appearance. But consider those orcs no more.
Thank you.
Yeah, I think Sarek might be taking a look at that as as Eris is handling the talks with that. Do I recognize it?
Roll history.
Sure. Bada bing, bada don't roll bad. That'd be really embarrassing. You're fucking kidding me.
Given your connections, I would say. Actually, let me double check that this is what I think that it is. Let me double check my reading. Considering if you check the wiki page, considering the very first tenant, I think that your deity might have connections to them.
In fact, I am looking here, and the second listed favorite deity. Perhaps such connection may give advantage on the roll.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, it's not like I could do worse. See, that's better.
Yeah. Yeah, you do recognize them. Or obviously you recognize them. Like you Lex does.
Yeah, obviously I recognize them.
Yeah.
But, yeah. Sort of tucks that note back into the book.
And let me go back to reading the Phandelver stuff, town description. Is there anything else that you get from her at the Shrine of the Look? 3 health potions, not 2, sorry.
Yeah. Oh, you said 3.
I might have. The award for the trial with the orcs was 100 gold.
So that's going to be 33 gold, 3 silver, and 1 goes to Dina. Unless we want to do 3 copper as well. Yeah, 33 gold, 3 silver, 3 copper, 1 copper goes to Dina.
Okay, so I lose a total of... Yeah, that would be 33 gold.
And then, do we get XP for those for the quest with Sis and the
No.
quest with the orcs, or is it just gold
Just gold.
and stuff? Okay.
8.
How much does a healing potion weigh?
0.5.
Okay.
How much gold?
33 gold, 3 silver, and 3 copper. I think is what it broke down to.
Yeah. All right. Yeah, and there's all of my gold sorted out. I, of course, as Mr. Bank, have the most confusing shit. Yippee.
All right. Well, Sarek, do you have any use at all, or you Warwick as well? Do you have any use at all for carnelians, paradots, or malachite?
I can't say I have much attachment to gems.
No, none of those.
Okay, then I'll go ahead and sell those once we get the chance. Also, we have that jeweled box that we found the ring of protection in. Not ring of protection, was it?
Yep.
Yes.
I believe Warwick is attuned to it.
Yeah,
Yes,
so
yes,
I have the jeweled box that we found that in, so I'll sell off the jewels in the box and we can split that profit.
I also have some perfume.
Yeah, you guys
The
should just
perfume.
pretty much probably should just total up the gold from the gold of the items that you all have, and
Okay.
then
So
Yeah, and then
I
split it.
have a spare pearl and 3 vials of perfume.
Okay, I'm just gonna
You
type my
have-
stuff. I'm gonna type my stuff in the chat. Yeah.
As well, at this point, I guess I'll keep that just in case I want to take that spell at some point.
the brazier.
Hmm?
The brazier and the incense for summoning Dina.
No, no. I was considering whether or not I could sell off Glassstaff's book.
I don't think there's much of a market for it.
As a side note, I do have those 3 reagents we pulled from the Red Brand's hideout.
Oh shoot! I still have it. I still have the thing set as Hunt Showdown. I'm sorry, Snorts. No, we are currently playing Dungeons and Dragons.
Betrayed.
Yeah,
Betrayed.
This is Hunt Showdown, actually.
Arthritis!
Yeah, Hunt Showdown got like this really big update.
Slurps is actually Snorts McSlurps is another Hunt streamer who I ran into last night or the night. No, it was longer ago. It wasn't last night. It was the night before last. It was a couple days ago. I don't know. The days have kind of blurred together for me lately. My sleep schedule's all out of whack.
Fair enough. Interestingly enough, for me, like with my job, the days have become really clear. Not in a way days of the week, but just the count of days. Because I count my days on shift. I get day 1, day 2 on shift, and then my days off are day 1, day 2, day 3, day 4. So I count to 2, then I count to 4, which really works well because I can only count to 4.
But no, Snorts, if you are unfamiliar with Dungeons and Dragons, this is a tabletop role-playing game. We are currently running Lost Mines of Phandelver, which is the very first printed module that Wizards of the Coast released. We play this game weekly, and like it's pretty much the same as a normal game would go. Like if you're familiar with tabletop role-playing games, but long story short, we pretend to be heroes, and I pretend to be the enemies. We roll dice to see how things go, and
And in the middle, we all act like absolute goobers.
yeah. And the only difference between a normal D&D game and this is I've also added 2 different redeems to make it like Twitch friendly. There's something that you can redeem for 100 channel points, which is called Inspiration. And there is another thing you can redeem for 500 channel points, which is called Chronal Shift. And essentially, it mimics actions that you can do in game. So for 100 channel points, you can allow one of our characters to re-roll a roll and take a better result. So you can help the party in that way. And then for 500 channel points, you can make one of the enemies re-roll and take the worst result. So, or you could do that to the players if you wanted to troll them. But the purpose is to either debuff a roll or buff or improve a roll or make a roll worse is the point. And then
Just remember Inspiration because we've been trolling ourselves enough.
yeah, you guys have been kind of trolling yourselves. And then there is I added these as a request, but I never I haven't actually done these, and unfortunately Nightbot doesn't can get the formatting correct. But basically, if people wanted to do things outside of those 2 channel point things, I've also added these people can spend bits if they wanted to help the party out more. It kind of works the same way as, I'm not sure if you've ever played with crowd control. But it's like crowd control but unofficial. It's something that no one's ever used, but this is something I came up with. But anyway, unfortunately, this is not Hunt Showdown. I know that's probably what you were expecting, considering the title said Hunt Showdown. Well, the title
Mr.
didn't say
Gaming,
it, but the game section did. What's up?
I'd like to formally request that the player action surge limit be removed.
Give a melee character action surge once per character.
I personally would like to see a dedicated viewer just give one person like 30 actions on their turn. I personally think that would be absolutely hilarious.
Well, I mean, considering it costs $5.
Isn't that channel points though?
No, that's
Or is it?
bits, my guy.
Oh, never mind.
Yeah, that's money.
See some really rich player give us action
I
surge.
don't know. I'm honestly still on the fence about this whole thing because like I don't know. I don't like bringing up money. I don't want to be like, hey, give me
fair.
$5 and I'll make sure that I don't want this to be pay to win.
Fair enough. Well,
You know what
I
I'll
mean,
do?
he-
What I'll start doing, Penta? I'll start allowing you to spend your money on it. I'll start letting you guys just slip me $20 and you can win the game.
you know what? I like that modification. If I'm real desperate,
No, I'm not going. I don't know if I'll do that. We'll have to talk about that another time. But is there any purchases you guys need to make?
yeah, I'd like to buy some herbs to make potions with before I forget again.
Okay, so you what?
the sales of items.
Ah, right.
Yes,
It's good. Go
sales of
selling
items.
your
We
items.
had it in the chat.
in the chat.
1 pearl, 3 vials of perfumes, 5 carnelians, 5 malachite, 2 peridot, and 1 jeweled box.
And a partridge in a pear tree.
And a partridge in a pear tree.
That runs extra.
Which chat did you put it in? What is the value? What is the value of these things?
I
I
don't
have
know,
no
DM.
earthly
Tell
idea.
us. You didn't
You
tell
told-
us.
I didn't tell
No,
you.
actually, you did tell us, but I only wrote down the
I mean, I know
item
the value
names.
of the pearl because it's 100 GP pearl.
Okay,
Yeah, the
so-
pearl is 100 GP. We don't know the value of the perfume, and then the gemstones can be looked up pretty quick.
Okay, so I'll have to go back and find the gemstones. Where did you guys get the gemstones? Did you get them?
Fuck.
I think you got them from
Um,
Glassstaff.
No. We've had them longer than that. Okay, let me look in my inventory. So we got these. Oh, we got these in between the reagents and the alchemist supplies that I picked up, which means that we got them in the Red Brand hideout.
I mean, honestly, guys, why don't we just keep like the gemstones because they don't weigh a lot and they're better stores of value than coinage. for
Okay,
weight.
Mister.
Okay,
I
I'm just
need
gonna
money
tell
to
you.
upgrade
I'm just
my
gonna tell
spells.
you what they're worth.
I mean, I need technically speaking, it's
You need money to copy your spells. Here's the
technically
money.
speaking, it's money. It's cash worth of fucking ink and shit.
Yes, but we need to liquidate our assets here because we can't do it in the field. Besides, I can.
Suppose, but we're not really spending that much money in the field.
I'm
Okay.
gonna be changing my a lot of my gold to platinum and
So,
stuff like that anyway.
The carnelians are worth 10 GP each. The peridots are worth 15 GP each.
And the malachite?
Where did you get the malachite?
Same place.
I don't know, but it's worth 10 GP each.
No,
You said it was
the malachite
Oh,
must
wait,
have been gotten from somewhere else.
it was the third thing. So I think I did add it. I lumped it together.
So, was that from Kragma then? Did you get it out of Gog's or whatever his name was?
No, it didn't come from Gog.
Grawl.
see, so-
Grawl.
Grawl. It probably came from Grawl or the chest that was in the owlbears.
Oh, the owlbear room. Right. Hang on. Let me. Owlbear room.
Yeah, if
Scroll of Silence.
Yeah.
Scroll of Revivify. Nope. Not from that. Oh, was it in the Wyvern Tor cave?
No, it's not from Wyvern Tour. I've had the malachite for a
Yeah,
while.
we got the perfume from Wyvern Tour. How much is that worth,
The
by the way?
perfume is worth 10 GP each.
10 GP each. Okay, it's more expensive perfume than normal. Fuck yeah. Set that off. We don't need to smell good.
Oh, you know what? It might have been from Old Owl Well. You might have gotten it from his satchel. The tiny jeweled box is worth 25 GP. The second pearl was from there.
which is
Pearl of
100.
Darkness. That's not it.
Okay, so we got everything kind of. Okay, it was somewhere between the Red Brand Hideout and Cragmaw, I think.
Maybe is there another portion of Cragmaw Castle where there were gemstones?
We searched that whole castle.
Did you
what
bring?
about under?
Did you bring the? You guys have the statue, don't you?
200. No.
We didn't
we
take
don't.
any of the religious items from Cragmaw.
Yeah, we left all the stuff from Cragmaw there.
Thanks, Slur, Snorts, Mixed Clerps. I can't English.
30.
Oh no, the statuette that the gold statue of the Sun Elf that has the transmutation magic. Or not the transmutation, the augury.
Yeah, I think we left that there.
Oh, okay.
It was a religious item. We left it. We're good people like that, don't you know?
Where the heck did these malachite come from?
Let me think.
All right, the base price of malachite is 10 GP per.
Right, but I need to know where it came from.
Can you do like a Control F on your handbook and just look up malachite and find all the possible locations, then narrow it down to places we've been?
Yeah, I probably can.
Plus 25
Dungeon
from the box, plus
Master.
100 from the pearls,
Books.
plus 50 from the malachite. That's 285 GP worth of shit.
All right.
Which
Let me
divided
double
by
check.
3 is 95.
Adventures, Lost Mine of Phandelver.
Honestly, I just kind of prefer if it was 10 gold per, because that's an evenly divisible number.
Find in
95 gold.
page. How do you spell malachite? M-A-L-A?
CHITE.
Okay, so the malachite. Oh, they came from the crevasse.
Oh, where I got my sword.
They're worth 15 GP each.
They're 15 GP each. Okay, so that's another fucking
And there's 5 of them.
25 gold, which doesn't evenly divide. Fuck you.
Okay, so does this look right? 5 carnelians, 2 paradots, 3 perfumes, 1 box, 1 pearl, and 5 malachite, which are 15.
It should add up to 310.
Okay, 50 plus 60 is 110. Plus 25 is 135. 235. Plus 25, yeah, 310. And then 310 divided by 3 will be 100 gold. Or I'm sorry, 103 gold, 3 silver, 3 copper, and the last one goes to Dina.
Or 10 platinum.
No.
I'm gonna consolidate once I have the chance.
How much gold do we all get?
10 platinum, 3 gold.
Eris, is that your amount, or that's what each person
her.
gets?
That's what each person gets.
Okay.
Dividing this by 3. Infinite money glitch of having people not be here when we sell and then come back afterwards and have the same money as the rest of us.
That's not how that works. She's gonna have the gold that she has plus whatever she got from her mission.
I see.
I'm gonna do a solo session with Aspen at some point, just so we can determine.
1, and then I actually.
And then while we're selling our stuff, can I consolidate my coinage to platinum and stuff? Like convert my copper to silver, silver to gold, gold to platinum. Can I
Yeah.
do that?
Yeah. You can definitely do that.
Okay.
Sorry, did you ask me a question? It got really quiet.
Nope, I'm just doing math. It takes me a minute because it's a number higher than 4.
Believable, understandable.
In consolidating my coins, I dropped almost 10 pounds.
Yeah, the coinage can get pretty fucking heavy. We probably need multiple coin purses with how much money that we have.
Only there was a way to conveniently store coins.
Like a bank or something?
Yeah,
Almost.
something
Or like a bag of holding.
How
like
much
that.
does a bag of holding cost?
Good luck finding one.
More than we can afford in here because the max we can spend is 50 gold.
Yeah, if we wanted to buy bags of holding, there's a city that we could potentially find them in.
Waterdeep. Phandelver.
I mean, that'd be a little bit of
Neverwinter.
That'd be a little far. That'd be a little far to go to Waterdeep. I feel like Neverwinter is more reasonable.
Neverwinter, which we keep saying that we need to go to, then we keep saying we don't need to go to.
You don't need to.
Right.
You don't need to go. Who needs to? Why would you need to go?
What's the rules for carry weight again? Sorry.
15 times your strength score.
Okay. Cool. That puts me back under the bar.
The bar.
Bars.
I was at 148, but now I'm at about 137. So now I can carry another 100 pounds.
That's the fucking bar.
I try to keep my base weight under 100, so I can carry up to 100 pounds of shit.
Yeah.
Wait, do rations weigh 2 pounds apiece?
Yes.
Food heavy.
I thought about buying more, but to replenish my stock, but not gonna worry about it.
Tents.
What's the advantage of having a tent?
You have something covering you at night.
No mechanical thing, but
necessarily
sleep comfort.
Protection from the elements.
Yeah. If you guys head to a more non-temperate area.
Also, if it just becomes winter.
Well, if we get to somewhere real cold, we can just cuddle with Sarek. How's that
I'm
sound?
buying a tent.
Look, only 2 people. Okay, 2 people can fit in my tent.
It is a 2-person tent.
All right, that'll
2
work. If 2 of us have tents, then even with 4 people, we can all fit in tents. So that'll work.
And yeah, the 2 people in my tent are Sarek and Dina.
Should I get rid of my
Lovely.
oil flask?
I mean, you could use it. You just have to find a way to make it happen.
Yeah, but there's been better ways to make things happen. I'll hang on to them for now, I guess. I wonder about the manacles, though. They were useful in town once. How much could I sell them for?
That no one has any need for the manacles.
Except for Barthen's Provisions, who sold them to me.
Barthen's Provisions has a no returns policy.
Okay, that's fine.
You can get store credit though.
Credit.
Can I apply the store credit towards Warwick's tent?
Yeah.
Okay. So how much can I
Jason.
return the manacles for?
Their value.
Straight value? Okay.
And that's the same value, actually. They're both 2 gold.
You just it's just you just exchange.
It's like trading in a game at games.
No, it isn't because man, you get far less value from that.
Yeah,
Yeah,
GameStop is not
I
like...
thought this game was gonna be so different from what they showed at the release trailer.
Yeah, all right. So I'll trade in my manacles, get the store credit, and then Warwick can get his tent. So Warwick, you don't have to worry about any money for your tent.
Awesome. Free tent. Free tent?
Free
Yeah,
tent.
Anywhere
Free
you
tent.
go.
Who wants it?
And yes, I'm giving it away.
Now Warwick and Sarek, you might be a little stressed out now, but just remember that you're 2 tents.
Wow.
I
I'm
know,
really
right?
disappointed in you.
I really could have thought up a better delivery for that, but that's really up to the courier.
There we go. I just blocked you.
I've been looking for you. Got something I'm supposed to deliver.
Yes,
Your
you
hands
should.
only.
The courier just walks
yeah,
up and plants Rihanna on the ground.
No, he takes you away.
Oh my
Well,
god. The air horn.
That's
Okay,
a money problem sorted. I guess next step would be to find Rieta.
Stonehill. Stonehill. We're recommended to travel to... Oh, we need to check with Sildar.
What are you checking with Sildar for?
I want to ask him if there have been any reappearances of the Red Brands. We didn't quite finish him off in that hideout, and I want to double check with him that they haven't reappeared and caused any problems here.
Well, you did get rid of their leader.
Yeah, but another one might step up. Power vacuum, infighting, but could be...
I wonder.
Yeah.
Anyway,
I wonder
we are actually going to end session there because we are at the 3-hour mark.
I wonder if somebody could fill in that power vacuum.
I wonder if somebody could fill that power vacuum. I wonder if anybody has any ulterior motives for asking you to get rid of the leader of the Red Brands.
And give them his documentation.
I wonder
why.
Anyway, we're gonna end session there because I have to do homework.
Homework?
Yeah, I put it off to the last minute. I'm horrible like that.
That's rough. I haven't had homework in a while. Oh my god, shit. That's gonna suck. So
Going back to EMT school?
Yeah, I'm gonna... Well, yeah, so all I have to do is maintain my EMT, which is basically just a little bit of CE, continuing education, every year, or every 2 years. But my plan is to go to paramedic school and upgrade my certification. and that's gonna be probably about a year, and that's gonna have a lot of homework. There's a shitload of memorization that comes with that.
I believe it.
Like there's fucking, like bodily statistical ranges, pharmaceuticals. Oh, that's gonna be I'm gonna have homework again. That's gonna be rough, but it's gonna be worth it. It'll be a time.
One of the times of all time.
One of the times of all time. One of the times I will ever have had.
But anyway, for those of you that are still in chat, I would like we're gonna go see Jenna Dordor. We've seen them a couple times. They actually just recently got back from Japan, so please go drop in and say hi. That applies to you guys too. Go say hi to Jenna,
That's
please.
enough, right? Oh, I
Uh,
didn't check. God damn it.
Much love, and I will see you next
Copper
time.
for copper wire. I see.
See you guys around.
Are you doing it? Nice. Thank you.
Okay, now that we're no longer being watched.